Yeah.
It just goes what went on, just by subject.
What did you guys cover? I gave him the agenda.
It was just me, you, Cecilia. It was just three of us, right? Oh yeah, it was the three of us.
So we went over there.
So
we
like,
decided on we're gonna use the general questions.
for
However, the only thing that's gonna be different is the prompt will vary.
You have the iPad.
Yeah. Yes. So what is it?
It's only been what 5-6 months.
Yeah, 5 months. October, November, December.
I got a free bag for it.
5 months.
Hopefully we get a better bag when we have money. This was free.
Can't beat that price.
Yes. How I got it.
It's the working man.
Oh, that's the tablet.
Yeah. So this is.
Okay, like
there's no software update. I fixed some bugs in the old software, but I haven't done the updates that we discussed.
Did you at least clean it?
All right.
There's my fingerprints on it.
Let's see it.
Oh, that's beautiful.
You want to show? You want to give a demonstration?
Sure. So we need to improve on it, of course. Voila. All right, so there's a lot of menu options right now, but eventually they will be eliminated. Once we eliminate, so everything else is right now is for testing, all these options. But in the end, we're gonna have just a run experiment and an administrative menu. Okay, that's gonna be eventually in order to conduct this experiment, the way we modeled it. Okay, and right now it doesn't work. We need to create a candidate list, so I haven't changed the language yet of any. So we're just telling us that we need to create a candidate list, but that will change to an item list, I guess, right? Because it's gonna be general. So.
Okay, like so. Let's do a vote.
We need to conduct a deterministic experiment.
Yeah, we need to do it like we know what the outcome is. That way we can check and see if it's running.
Actually, that would be the best way to.
Let's just throw a bunch of candidates that are running for president right now. Ron Paul.
What's
so
the
we
question?
could play with it, or we could do a test in order to test the software package.
No, let's play and then test this. The reason I'm saying it, we are a bit strange to the software.
Okay.
Once I play, I know what I'm testing.
Not a problem. So we have Tim. We're gonna add
voter ID. For candidates, you could just do.
I'm running for president. Tim.
D, E, right?
It's
Oh, we are the four candidates.
No, we could just do A, B, C, D, E, and then just flip coins or something to see what the outcome is.
A, candidate, add B, add C, add 3 or 4?
4.
There's also a write-in. All right. So we're going to
Right.
save that. So it saves it. Now we created a whole bunch of files that nobody sees now.
Yeah.
But you will see a whole bunch of files later. So we have a candidate list. All right, now we can run the experiment.
Okay.
So the first one is plurality, right? So please write in either a write-in candidate or we're going to select one of the options. So we select C. That's plurality. Cast my vote. Are you sure? Cast your vote for C. Yes. Cast my vote for C. And it's running the experiment now.
Okay.
So randomly chose another one. So this is now approval. So for the approval, the model, the way
Which one? Approval, yeah.
is right now it's in a null state. So when you cast a vote, right, it says a voter action required. Please either approve or disapprove of each candidate before casting a vote. So if we approve of everyone, according to Kay's model, that's not correct. We need to run it because it's as if you never vote, right?
Yeah.
So we should disapprove of at least one of them.
You have to approve it. Yes, obviously you do.
And then we cast a vote. Cast your vote, yes. Now it goes to the third one. This is the range. So again, one of them has to be different according to Kay's model, right? At least one candidate must be ranked differently than the other candidate before casting your vote. So, okay, so so this is a slider from 0 to 5. So it's candidate C, item list C, whatever, gets 5, A1 gets a 3. So it defaults to 3. That's the center value.
Or you give everybody else.
It's default to 3. But we could give everyone else a 0.
No, I mean, okay. This is more normal, okay. In the real world, you're not going to have 3 tied for second place because it would be me. Okay, keep going.
Okay, so whatever. 4 for this. 3. Cast vote. cast your vote? Yes. It's like so now we have some data. There's only one missing right now. We didn't go through the IRV, the ranked. Right. So, but we can look at the data now. We go to the administrator menu, and we can look at the approval. So this is the stats where it actually tallies everything, but we only have one. So there's nothing really to tally. And this is the data. This is the raw data. It lists your voter ID, and it's going to list every voter in a long list. Wow. And over here is just a tally of everything.
And you did not do instant runoff.
This package doesn't determine who won. It just tallies, and then we have to later on determine how we will
analyze it.
If we want the software package, or we could do it ourselves. Of course, we could program.
What do you mean software package?
The software doesn't determine the winner.
Which means you paid for the software. You did not.
No. I wrote the software.
You wrote it, yeah.
And look at IRV. IRV, of course, is blank. There's nothing. It didn't go through that menu option. Little range. So these are the for candidate tallies, and the raw data. There's no difference. Plurality, of course, candidate C. So let's do another. So right now it sequences to another. So it's a sequential number. So once this candidate done, the next voter ID is 2. That's how we identify the next voters. How many voters? We didn't assign anything to any voter. So we run the experiment again. So automatically, the first one is plurality because this is what we're testing against, right? So candidate A right now gets the vote.
Why don't you let us vote?
Like a child.
Because, the reason I'm doing it not because I want to vote, but because make it more realistic. I mean, you know what to expect. We are innocent, okay?
Oh, so we're still.
We are naive, okay?
Yeah, but there's no criteria. So it doesn't really matter at this point. We're just.
All right. So now
I'm talking about the interface.
Since we have 2 voters,
I'm talking about the interface, not the politics.
You see the tallies for the approvals for candidates and the disapproval voting. I don't know if that's really necessary, but the approval is more important. But the data is there for the tallies. So again, we didn't do anything. No ranked option was because it randomly chooses. So and range. We can look at the raw data. Candidate 1, the way they voted. Voter 1, the way they voted. Voter 2, the way they voted. And these are the tallies for each candidate. And there's also a write-in option. We can actually write in, and then it'll populate this list. It will grow.
Cool. Well, what's
who wants to play with it before
Next
we do it?
Let me play because I'm most confused.
So, how do we go about that?
Where are my
Just create a
instructions?
list. So there's enough of us here to
Okay.
determine the candidates, and everyone has to vote according to.
Okay, I'm going to go to plurality. Okay, I'll push plurality. Please write.
So right now, if you go back, run the experiment. These other options are just for testing right now. So, if, for example, we notice that plurality,
Run experiment.
Plurality, we go specifically to that.
And I'm not told which system it is now. Please write in your candidate or select your candidate, single candidate. I like D. And how to cast my vote. Confirm, yes, very nicely. Use the segmented button to write approve or disapprove. Okay, I really approve of D. Approve of C. I disapprove of this one.
I know. You have to let him do
And cast my vote. Confirm candidate, okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Rate each candidate on 0 to 5.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to take D, which is really my favorite.
So what was
this one is 4, this one is 3, and this is this one.
Wording of specific,
Cast my vote.
Specific things and
Confirm.
the organization of the look of
Yes.
the thing.
By the way, excuse me, it knocked out my lowest vote. It allowed me only to vote for 4, I think. It did not accept. I could not rank all 5.
Yeah,
I could only rank 4.
No, only the rank. There's only 3. according to the
Oh,
model.
yeah, exactly. Only 3.
Yeah.
I ranked 5, and the program immediately disqualified my.
We're only allows us for 3. If you do more, yeah.
Okay, voted 4, and it's a,
See
okay,
what we deal with?
instant run of voting.
No, but that's the
What's
test.
that?
That's not the
Okay.
experiment. That's the test.
Cast my vote.
No, that's just
It went
a
okay.
test. It's
All
not-
right.
Okay. Now,
Do we want to actually come up with?
Yes, right now we're gonna do that.
I think we should, right?
What?
Continue on this and
Is there anything else on the
now,
agenda?
okay.
Well,
How do I do
the
this?
various voting systems. We got the wording for the most part.
So again, this is no software
I'd like
update.
to dedicate some time to the viral campaign, maybe afterwards. How do we want to proceed with that? Website design, I'd like to talk about that a little bit. Maybe we can make some progress on that.
Sure.
And that's about it.
All right.
So should we
Sounds good.
do the experiment
Oh,
now?
I'm
or should
gonna
we
do
You wanna,
range.
how much time do we want to dedicate to the experiment?
No.
20 minutes and go from there?
I really don't know. I mean, how
I
much do
did
we want to test it?
range. I did
Well, I'd like to come up with
plurality. Instant run of.
candidates or some kind of...
Sure, candidate. So let's go.
But today,
It's only recorded
doesn't have to be
IRV.
deterministic. I mean,
It should be deterministic.
so it doesn't matter what the candidates are. It's
No,
just
but
A,
I'd
B,
like
C,
to...
D.
Okay,
Oh.
now one of...
Because we want to test it to make sure that we test it under control conditions such that we know we have a separate written tally of what it should be, and then we can test that against what it's telling us the tally is, right?
Right.
Okay.
So what? I'm not following you. Does that mean we're all going to vote right now? Or?
Yeah, we're gonna
Oh,
do
okay,
it.
sure.
Okay.
But we need to keep a running tally of
So
what
now
we're
let me
doing
tell you what
by
just
hand.
happened. I messed up.
It's okay.
No. Like a real human being would mess up.
Did you?
Which means I voted too many times, and you are now and candidate and voter number 4 is already cast once, and I'm supposed to have been voter number 2. Okay,
You conduct the test since I programmed it will be because I know what to expect. Maybe there's something that I'm not seeing. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Press to accept write-in. So I can write in A, B, C, or D? What?
Right.
No. What am I doing here? This is
So how are we going to test it?
select
A, B,
your
C, D.
top 3
Look, I mean,
candidates from below.
We're gonna erase everything.
Your
Okay.
favorite.
That's that is.
Okay, so plurality.
What are
Well-
you doing?
you know what we are doing?
I'm finding out.
We are running a comparison between several voting systems.
Voter IDs. How many times did you vote?
Too many. No. There should have been a way to prevent me from messing
Just
up.
run experiment and then...
So we don't have to
Okay.
put in a name or anything.
No, just
It
it's
is-
just a basic...
Jeremy just sequential number for each vote.
Your candidate.
See, I voted
So
too many
this
times.
was agreed on?
Yeah, but if we're running it,
No, this is
There's
the
gonna
old.
be
It should be
administrator
select
there.
a
We're not doing
candidate.
Which means
from
the
list
administrator
below.
will have to control things.
Right now we
That's
have
exactly what I
testing the-
just discovered.
Yeah.
So we did not run it with an administrator looking over my shoulder.
Right.
You got hit
And by the
count.
way,
See, that-
the
yeah,
administrator should disqualify certain mistakes.
Basic
and
directions?
Set, we say,
Sequence.
if you mess it up, you say, can I do it
Sequential.
again? So if you're
Looks
number
like left to
17,
right,
say,
and
17 is
top to
out, become 18, okay?
That's just the petty.
That it just occurred to me.
Sure,
Because that, of course, real software,
Segmented by
really fancy software with
Who came up with
the
that one? You?
mechanisms for preventing it, but we did not.
Well,
We
that's the-
need
that's the
human
official name of the
intervention to provide
That's the official.
Yeah.
something.
Okay, so what do we have? How large to the how many? So there's
There's 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess. Would you like to participate? in this
so we'll do it
Oh
twice.
yeah, definitely.
Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
No, but create
So
a
let's
real
do it this
person who
way.
knows next to nothing about it. Good.
All right. Yeah.
People will
No,
come
no.
in.
These people have
But
been
everyone has to tell me
involved,
what they're doing
so they
as
know
they go
too
through it.
much about it in
have
order
to-
to be
right, they have to
subject
follow
to
the
the
list.
experiment.
Well,
I
they
knew
can
this,
just, as they,
and I
well,
messed
can
up.
we start it over?
Yeah, we're gonna delete everything.
Okay. Start it over, and then we'll just tally it. Right?
You're going to tally it?
One of us has to tally it.
And then what? I'm not following.
What we're doing is just making sure that the system that it works correctly.
Okay.
And the way we're going to do that is to, as each of us
We're
is
gonna
going
have a
to,
paper ballot.
each of us is going to go through the experiment on this, and at the same time tell me what they're doing. I'm going to write that down, and then we're just going to check our physical tally with the tally that the machine gives us to make sure that the machine is tallying it correctly.
So we're going to be creating IDs, or it's just going to assign us IDs?
No, it's going to go to one, volume 1 to 6, I guess.
Someone has written a program, am I correct?
He did.
Yeah,
All right,
okay.
so-
we're just checking out the program.
Yeah.
Create a
The
new...
tally part of the program, not how we interact with. That's another issue.
Okay, so how do you delete all the
It's
information?
already deleted.
Okay, so then let's run an experiment.
It's like in the real world. They deleted it already.
Right, so,
And how do we know
Program
you don't have
Exactly.
influence?
Welcome to Ohio.
-1.
so what is the list of
1 equals
items?
3. -3 equals 0.
I would
What
say
are
just
the,
do it ABCD again.
again, ABC?
Yeah, why not?
So the A,
What is it? I mean, that's what I put on the paper here. So
B, C, D, save. Okay, I will not go first.
What language did you write it in?
Objective C. Objective C.
Okay, would you please do us a favor? If you are
Tell
the
me what you're doing.
administrator,
Okay, hold on
please
a
give him
second. So,
instruction.
hold on a
Let's
second.
go. This is we're doing the real
So-
thing.
This is plurality.
okay. So what are you doing?
I'm doing D
D.
and cast my vote. And then it's
Right.
IRV.
IRV. All right.
Okay, and I'm going to go D, then B, then A.
Okay. Wait. One. I have to figure out how to note this.
Well,
DBA.
1, 2, and 3.
Politics.
DBA?
electoral-
Yeah,
electoral-
DBA, it's 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
D is
Should
1,
be political. Electoral.
B is 2, and
A is 3.
A is 3 is A, or A is 3.
Okay.
Okay, and cast my vote, yes. And then this is range.
All right.
Range, D is 5, B is a 4,
B is 4.
A is 1, and C is 0.
Okay.
And cast my vote, and I'm done. You're up, Jay. Hey, how was prison time the other day? We start a rally and you guys get arrested. What the fuck is this?
It's the second corporate event that I missed.
When I don't
They are in the business of
I
getting
went home,
arrested.
all was good. I was
got
like,
my
great,
ID?
success. I got a freaking
ID
text.
too.
We're
I'm
in
not
jail.
checking the ID.
Do you have
So I'm going to do plurality.
Should we check
No,
the
no,
ID?
you just run experiment.
Do you have the phone number from National Lawyers Guild?
No,
2 o'clock in the morning.
So he's in plurality.
You should ever
Plurality.
reserve cell.
A.
A?
All of them have plurality, I'm guessing, right?
Yeah.
As disapproval, I will disapprove of everything.
Okay. Disapprove of everyone?
No, you try to cast it, it'll reject it. You have to,
Okay, at least one.
one has to be different. Which
All
one
right,
is
so
different?
the first 3 are disapprove, and the last one's approved.
You're approving of D?
Right.
Okay.
IRV,
IRV. All right.
I'll do CBA.
C. C is 1, B is 2, A is 3.
Right.
Okay.
Now, in this instance, the higher number is going to be the loser.
Yeah.
Who wants to go next? Just press
All
one.
right,
Just
now-
press one experiment.
Okay, fine.
He's done it several
Number one, I'm up to stranger who knows next to nothing about us. Occupy Wall Street. I'm voter number 3.
No, but this is not. But this
Just
is
run
not.
the
this is-
fucking
it's not
Okay.
experiment.
I may pick any two.
Holy shit.
No, no.
Just run the
Run it.
experiment. It's going to pick it for
Run
you.
the experiment. So,
You get this
please
voice
write in
activated next.
your candidate,
Touch in.
or
Yeah,
I
think
want
the
to do
writing
D,
should be below.
Easy
and
touch.
cast my
What
vote.
you should
Easy,
do
just
is
touch.
move it so that it's
What?
not
And
above.
cast my...
Just easy touch. You don't have to press. yes, very good.
Yeah, that's fine. I
What
mean,
What did you do? What did you
Okay.
do?
Yes.
D?
Okay,
What
now
did
I'm
you do?
told...
What did you do?
What'd you do?
He
D.
D. Okay.
D, first to the
Okay,
gate.
so we're doing an experiment. We're not.
Now I'm doing...
Now
Rate
it's
each
range-
candidate on a
range
scale of
vote.
0 through 5. Each candidate...
You did this already. Just do it.
Okay, I like D very much. I gave him
all right.
5. I gave 4 points to C,
4 points to C,
3 points to B,
3 points to B,
2 points to A,
2 to A.
and 1 point to...
That doesn't-
wait, no.
That doesn't
That's a
count.
right
No,
end.
right.
It'll ignore that.
Fine. And I,
It should.
okay.
This is the test, man.
You see, because
You
of the
actually gave
interface,
1
I
point.
just went there. Okay.
You actually gave 1 point to A.
1 point to A.
One point.
Okay,
4, 3. I should give 2 points. Sorry. There are three.
Yes, 2 points to
Don't
A.
hit
That
the,
counts.
don't
No,
hit cast vote. yet
no,
until
no.
Tim
5,
sees
4,
it.
3.
Wait.
No, why do the 3 and the 2 look the same?
Yeah, that's
Who cares? It's
No, I do care.
Fucking,
What do
it
you mean?
is a 3 and it is a 2.
2 and a 3 or not.
Because you wanted a 2, right?
What are you talking about?
Why do the 3 point and the 2
It
point?
doesn't matter as
Oh,
long
because
as
it's
it's
a scale.
registered.
Because it's a
just
scale.
But the scale is, they are both on the same location on the scale.
It's not a.
It's
not
not,
points. It's not points.
it's not
It's a
visually
range, a range
correct.
of scale. But the number is important, not
The
what you
number,
see.
fine. So the visual scale
red.
is
I'll make it bigger.
inaccurate. Fine, I understand.
It's a
So I'm
scale.
giving this one 1 point. It was
Wait,
5
what are
to
you
D, 4 to C, 3 to B, and and 0 points to A.
0 to A. Okay.
Fine. And I'm casting my vote.
Thank you.
Confirm? Yes. That's it, or one
One
more?
more.
Cast your vote, IRV.
Okay. Cast my into the run of voting. Okay. Candidate 1, which is D.
D is 1,
Yeah. C is 2,
2,
and B is 3,
B is 3.
and I'm casting my vote.
Oh, thank you.
And can I put A there, or let me see what happens with A. If I push A, limit reached.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Can you just
Cast my vote.
Good program.
Confirm?
Just touch
Yes.
it, yes.
No, the point is, since we're running an experiment, I
Well,
wanna
right now
do-
we're just testing the tallying.
Yeah,
Yes.
really.
But
So-
I'm also testing the, looking at the software. Okay.
Just press in. Just make sure your hand is not touching anywhere else on the screen. So this is plurality.
So plurality,
Just let us know what you're doing step by step.
you just got to pick one.
Okay, and
D. All right.
I can.
No, just cast your
Just
vote.
press it and click D, and then or pick whichever one you want, and then
Don't
click
it's
cast my
the
vote.
experiment.
Only one person.
Oh, I see. This is
Right now you're just picking D
So
right,
Is it,
under plurality.
your candidate from the list.
In
below.
addition to
Okay.
the programming, the
Cast
interface
my
is
vote.
also
And I
somewhat.
did D.
Mm-hmm.
Confirm candidate.
Yes.
Cast your vote for D. Yes.
Okay. Now I'm going to do the same thing under instant runoff voting.
Select your top 3 candidates. And starting with your most favorite. One.
D is 1.
D is 1. B is 2.
B is 2.
A is 3.
A is 3. Okay.
This is one of the best papers I found about on voting, a comparison of the different voting methods.
Sweet, thank you.
And there's a source. MAA, Mathematical Association of America.
So we're going to do a
Should we
report back.
discuss it next time? Let's release and discuss it next time.
Good thinking.
Approve of B.
Disapprove A.
Disapprove A. Okay.
Action required. Please either approve, disapprove each candidate will face and approve or disapprove a candidate and select the appropriate button.
This chick's got a lot of
Suggest that
baggage.
is displayed to the
So basically, you just left one. You left C. You neither disapprove nor approve. You have to go one way or the other. So click OK.
I would say,
You're a jackass.
you know, disapproving or
It's recording.
What you see here is a real human being who has not been through this meeting and has to deal with it.
Simpler.
I mean,
yeah.
I already
Yeah.
am a little ahead
This is a lot of
the
verbiage.
average person.
Hello.
because I-
Okay, I got it. I'm not.
it's a lot of verbiage that you know,
Okay.
just you must approve or disapprove each candidate.
Okay.
Okay, so
Click OK.
okay.
Tim's like, yeah, all right, whatever. Just click.
Come on.
No.
Disapprove.
Okay. Now cast. Okay.
Tim, you're up.
Yeah, just simplify the wording.
not a
in that
secret
one and
ballot.
you got
So when
it.
you're gonna do this, or you want to do it?
I can just do it. Plurality. I will also go with D.
We all took the easy one.
DCB. 1, 2, 3. D5, C3, B1. Okay.
So, did you vote?
I'm gonna do it right now.
You know what I'm
Plurality, I'm
observing?
going for A.
Too many.
Sorry, hold on.
Okay,
D,
keep going.
A.
A. IRV.
IRV.
I'm gonna do A, B, and D.
1, 2, 3. Okay. Range.
0 for A. 1
No.
for B.
1 for
No.
B.
Hold on one second. You voted. Range is the
C.
lowest.
2
No,
for
it's
C.
the highest.
And 5 for D.
5. Okay.
But hold on a second. Don't before you cast. Range, the higher number. I voted the highest number for the candidate I like. You're voting the lowest number for the candidate you like.
No.
Yes,
The one I like most is D.
but over here you
According to
voted
this.
A.
Doesn't matter. I'm confused individual.
Does it matter?
No, why would it matter?
You're contradictory.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
crazy.
Fuck, I didn't take my medication before.
Correct. And it happens to many voters. In the real world, you're going to be
Let's, add it up
inconsistent.
then.
Terribly
Let's look at
so.
it.
No,
Should we do more or should
We're
Let's
trying to
just check
see
it out.
He's
if
politically
Well, stop.
inconsistent, okay?
No. But
Which one do you
seriously,
want to look at first?
I don't know. Plurality.
Well,
I got one. I got.
let me just
4
say,
for D.
please. What
We understand you.
No. Just listen. We're trying to make this as real as possible.
No.
Yes, we are. And for that to happen is, in a real world, if you were voting Republican or Democrat and you voted A was your candidate, you wouldn't vote for D. I mean, come on. So it's going to screw up how this comes out because this is not going to match
Yep.
this. And we're trying to look.
Vote.
We're
All right.
trying to see how this is reflective of our views as compared to this. And if you vote one way on this, you should vote the same way on this, only so it.
So there aren't any schizophrenic voters?
No,
But I'm saying, but isn't it possible that a different method will change the way people vote? Right? Maybe this is exactly the point. Like under plurality, it's like you're going to vote for Bush even though you're a libertarian.
Correct.
Because he's not a Democrat.
But this
Whereas
always-
you might not. You might vote for a libertarian if it's approval.
Exactly the
right?
point. Exactly the point.
But this is now we're not testing. We're testing the tallying algorithm of the software package right now. That's what we're testing. The tallying algorithm. If it's tallying correct, or is the way I'm voting affecting the tallying? And if it is, then that means my algorithm is screwed up somewhere. So
Right.
that's what
Right now, all we're testing
So-
is just making sure that it's
This
counting
doesn't
this.
have to
It is not
correlate
whether
with
people
that.
behave politically rationally. It is not whether people behave rationally at the voting booth.
Okay.
It is
So
whether
this
the
is
program
plural.
works.
I got 4 for D and 2 for A.
Yeah.
All right.
Range.
Range. I got 20 for D.
Yeah.
Okay, I got C has 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 for B. 1 for A. All right.
All right. So far, so good.
IRV. Okay.
3 categories separated. Right.
Tally 1. So D has. I don't know how to compare this.
So this is the top, number 1.
Okay, so number 1. Okay, so 1. D has 4 number 1s.
Yeah.
Okay. C has 1 number 1.
Yeah.
A has 1 number 1.
Okay.
Okay, 2s. A has no 2s.
Okay.
B has 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah. Good.
C has 2.
Good.
D has none.
Right.
Okay. 3s. A has 3 3s.
Yeah.
B has 2 3s.
Yeah.
C has no 3s.
Right.
D has 1 3.
Okay.
Okay.
So.
Okay, but
so
now
far, so
in
good.
this vote,
Isn't there one more? We still have to do approval.
Oh.
Yeah.
hold on, I'm speaking. You
We
do this
only
all the
have
time.
A has 0.
A has 0 for
Let me
approval,
finish.
right? Yeah.
Okay.
That's
B
correct.
D has 2. B has 1.
2. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
And
I
C has-
didn't tally the disapproval.
Oh,
It doesn't actually matter, right?
In this,
No, but
No, I didn't actually.
we're not gonna use that data. Right?
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, we might use that data.
No, I guess
well,
we could.
here, in this method, in this
You
comparison
can be
now,
neutral on paper.
in this
No, you have to
plurality,
approve this.
D1,
Yep.
That's
right?
the model.
In
can
approval,
I understand.
D1.
We can understand, but
Yep.
that's the
in
model.
range, D1,
What did he? 20. Yeah. Uh-huh.
and in IRV,
Okay, we have to do one.
it's the least amount of points.
In no. In
Yes.
IRV, D is D1 in IRV.
No, because it has 3, 6,
But you don't add
7.
these up. Like D, you add these up. Just D has the majority of votes in the first line. So D has 4 out of 5. So D wins.
Is that how it's calculated?
I think so.
No. It would be the points.
Well, what
No,
because
because
you're
there's-
rating them.
You only count the second and third votes if no one has a majority after the first round votes. But D has a majority of the first round votes. D has 4 out of how many were there? 7.
6.
How many people voted, or how many
6.
candidates?
Oh,
Six
go back
people.
to,
So you have
so
6 people.
There were 6. All right. So out of 6, D got 4, number 1. So D has 4 out of 6, which is a majority. So D just wins. You don't even have to calculate the second and third line votes.
Okay. One observation. And
That
I'm
makes sense.
not with the arithmetic.
Under IRV.
On the IRV, I thought it would still be tallied. You would have, would you have 4 and 3, 7, right? Just put 7.
But
could
you don't add
circle
these.
it.
You don't add these numbers up under IRV. That's where you're thinking of range.
Okay.
Under IRV, what you do is you calculate how, like, let's say, right? So every voter has 3 choices. Like, choose 3 candidates, 1, 2, 3, and then the question is, and then 4 people out of 6. For 4 out of 6 people, D was their first choice. That's a majority. So D already has majority support. If let's say 1 person voted for D, 2 people voted for C, 1 person voted for B, and 1 person voted for A, then you would have to count your the second line choices. But in the case where if someone has a majority after just adding up the first round, that's it. They already have the majority, so you don't have. So actually, all these other votes are.
In this case, were not
Yeah.
necessary.
Although
Well,
interestingly,
unnecessary.
let's see. It's interesting. Come on, 1, 2, 3, 4.
5 people on there,
five
and 2,
people.
4, 6
Yeah.
around here.
So 6 people. For 6 people, B was in their top 3.
But if you look at it too, only 3 people voted here, but yet the numbers were lower.
I did approval go. I'm just curious.
But you don't add these numbers up. This is just like the order that they were ranked in, right? This isn't.
But I think adding
the
them
number
up
of-
does have some significance in this, in that because you're ranking them 1, 2, and 3. So your first choice, Obama, whoever. Second
Your first
choice
choice is number 1, right?
Right.
Let's just put it that way. Uh-huh.
Well, yeah, but then so then your second choice. 4 people chose this as their second choice, as opposed to only 2.
So you're asking for another line, and that would be all of this added up together would equal that, all of it, or the
that's
average.
that's not.
That wouldn't make. Yeah, because that
What
would
I'm
go across
looking
the
at is
methods.
this. How is
Either
if that's
facilitated
tallied up?
or-
Does it have any relevance to reflect?
No, because you're not
the-
assigning a number value to your option. You're you're ranking them
Relative.
with respect to one another,
Yeah.
right? So you wouldn't, if they give them a 2, you're not adding up the 2s. You're just saying this was my first choice, this was my second choice, this was my third choice, right? So when you tally it up, right? Let's say when you tally it up, it's like if someone has a majority, when you just add up the first line, that person wins. If no one has a majority, let's say it's split 3 ways between 3 candidates, 33%, 33%, 33% for the top line. Then you start counting second line votes. And when someone reaches a majority, then you can stop counting because they already have the majority.
Second line votes for those who are not among those 3.
Yes, of votes you haven't counted yet. Yes, exactly. Actually, that's a good point. That's going to make it difficult to do the. I don't know. Might make it complicated. The math. I
Here's
don't
the
know.
point. what he's
Right.
talking
We
about.
could code it, but we could create an algorithm.
I mean, if it would have
We don't
been
do that.
possible, and probably if you give me the results, the complete result, I can run you a board account on that, and that would be interesting to know how that would have come out. A board account.
You can do it anyway.
No,
I know. So the paper talks about the board account and compares it to. Anyway, that's beyond. So we're still not testing. Can we still test the tally algorithm? We're not done.
Let me see if I understand it. If you get a majority
Is
basis
there any
this,
software, any program?
then
in
it's done. If you don't, if it's three-way tie or whatever, then you go to this. If you don't get a majority with this and this considered, then you go to. Is that correct?
Only under this method.
We are comparing 4 systems, and each system works according to its own dynamics and its own rules. And we are
And
going
that's
to
only under IRV where there's the
okay.
ranking.
Is there anything in the program that allows for analysis of the different methods, or
Analysis is.
no? I mean anything that
I
compares.
did not try it, but IRV
We're talking about,
requires
like,
3
making
choices.
graphs, right? Like, we
No.
can
Yeah,
make
that's what I
graphic.
mean.
I can incorporate graphs. I will incorporate graphs.
Okay.
That IRV requires 3 choices, or you can say, here's my number 1, my number 2, and forget about
Thank you.
number 3.
Bastard.
Can I do it in instant run of voting?
Right. Can you do
Can I
what?
select number 1, number 2, and forget about number 3?
Let me see what IRV is.
Let's do instant run of voting. Select 1, 2, and then cast your vote.
Like this, just 1 and 2. Yes. Yes.
I think can I select 1? I can bullet vote if I want.
You can what?
They call it
Just
bullet
one.
vote.
Just one.
Just
Under
it's fine.
IRV.
If it's
But
1 and
another
2
voter.
work, then 1 would work also.
Should. Yeah. So that was the model. Yeah.
One more thing about the interface that may make it that would be different.
We're not there yet.
No.
I'm sorry. I'm just so we can get through the Italian algorithm.
Okay, not the one that you have.
Then we
And
can
not-
talk about the interface.
Okay, we'll discuss the interface another time.
Thank you.
Okay. So I'm going to erase all the data.
Okay.
So delete data. Delete file. This deletes everything. It starts from 0.
I like how it's red. Watch out.
Be sure you want to do it.
I just put in the alarm.
Did you get any kind of warranty with this?
Yeah, I got a year-long warranty.
Right. That explodes out.
Also returnable within 14 days if it conks out on us.
Okay, so I'm gonna create another
So we're just going to do the same kind of a test?
the same, but right now we're gonna do writing.
Okay.
We have to do writing.
But do we have a list that we're going to choose
You're
from?
gonna write it. So when you do writing, you could do writing of possibly the same candidate that's already listed.
So there's going to be a list.
Let's see what happens if we do select the same.
And we're testing the software, yeah.
Yeah, we're testing the tallying software. So we're gonna put A, the same, add B, add C.
Do 3 and then do 4th as writing.
4th is writing.
Yeah.
Is everyone? Yeah.
Yeah.
Would that affect or no? It shouldn't.
Right.
That's it. Okay. Files are created.
No, don't you have to do D write-in or whatever?
No. You're gonna write it in. You can write in D. You can write in E. You can write in F. You can write
Okay,
in FU.
okay.
You can write in.
No, if you write in, you cannot do a.
My
you
writing
can-
candidate is always end the war
How many
on drugs.
candidates are on the
That's
list?
who I always
See?
vote for when I write
How many
it.
candidates are running
And
here?
the war on
There's
drugs.
3 candidates
Oh,
listed.
yeah.
And they're running.
Somebody had to read
And
that in the
There's
elections
3 candidates
office.
in the list.
And
And then
right.
you can have a write-in if you want. If you want.
I got you.
But I would say everyone should do a write-in.
We won't necessarily do it, but you provide for the possibility.
Okay, I'm gonna go for first, so I'm gonna do one experiment. So I'm gonna do a write-in for plurality.
Okay.
I'm gonna call him. Should we do D for write-in? It doesn't really matter. I think we should.
Yeah,
No,
do
no,
D
no,
for
no.
write-in.
No, it should be different.
He'll write in X, you'll write Y, you'll write Z. I mean, don't worry. Write in, you can add anything other than A, B, and C.
Z.
All right. Z.
Cast my vote. Cast your vote for a Z. Yes. Okay. I'm in range.
Z.
Should be Z.
Yes. And then
Z. I'm gonna give Z a 3.
Z.
And C is 0, and A, B is 3 as well.
Okay.
Yes. And I'm gonna do write-in.
IRV.
Yeah, IRB. So I'm gonna do A.
A is 1.
Yeah, A is 1. Z is 2.
He's not politically rational. This is terrible.
And C is 3.
C is 3. All right.
That's my vote. Yes.
He's pushing the software.
Who wants to go next?
See, he's pushing the software, not the political system. No, really. I mean, he's upset. He's in politics and he's thinking
Right,
software.
plurality.
Well, this is the problem. We're gonna bringing the tech people and the political people together.
Right.
One.
Tech people on
Can I
what?
do
The
it
political
right?
people.
Yeah,
Right?
I'm
It's like-
observing.
like
The hell with what you're measuring.
political people have no
See
idea
what the
about
fucking
tech.
military does to you?
Do I do both?
No,
He's been programmed.
He's been programmed. Yeah.
It is important because
He's
you
been
have to,
brainwashed.
you have to be able to view it through different
You're not gonna do it right.
paradigms.
Yeah, that's
Don't
true.
Okay, so
assume that the political system with which you grew up
I'm sorry, for
defines what
plurality,
politics
Sorry,
is.
sorry. So
B.
it's, plurality is what? B?
B.
Okay.
And now we're in the IRV.
IRV, all right.
Now you can write in a candidate, you can just choose from the list.
So I'll do it right in. Let's do Y.
Y.
For the first one.
1.
That's it. Just press the button.
So this is a button.
And then click there, right?
And then 3 and 2.
Sorry, what's 3 and 2? What are
What's
2 and
two?
What is
A, B, and C. That's the option. What's
so C?
C is 2.
C is 2. And
B is 3.
B is 3. All right.
Range.
Range, all right.
There's a write in. I'll put Y.
Y.
I'll do 2. We'll do 2 for Y.
2 for Y. Under range.
Yeah.
All right.
1A,
1A.
4B,
4B.
3C.
3C.
Don't fuck it up. Oh, do fuck it up.
Right in. I'm going to do Y for
For plurality.
plurality.
Check. Y.
I'm going to give Y
What are we at? What are
a
we doing?
range.
Range, all right. Y.
Give him a 5.
5, all right.
And you can do two. No, you can't do 2 write-ins, right?
No.
No.
You're gonna do 2 writing?
You can't.
No, I'm gonna. Well, actually, A and B is zeros.
Okay.
I'm only allowed 3, right?
No, you could do all of them.
Oh, okay. Then C is a 0 also,
All right.
and then approval.
All right. Y.
Y.
Y,
Approve.
approve, and then I'm gonna disapprove of everybody else, A, B, and C.
Okay.
Okay, let me look. I mean, my political mind up. Okay, I'm gonna start with plurality.
No. Run the experiment.
Or run the experiment.
Yeah.
C button first.
Okay. Please write in your candidate. Plurality. Okay, I'm gonna do.
C.
Sorry, no. I know I'm gonna change my vote to C. Sorry.
C.
C. Okay.
Okay.
Cast your vote.
And cast my vote.
It's just touch, buddy.
Yeah. Now.
Now what do we have? IRV.
IRV. I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do Q.
Q for write-in.
Yeah.
Just press the button so you can.
And
Yeah, it's a little weird.
which one do I press?
Just press where it says press here. So you put them on the list. Just say that.
Oh, candidate 2.
Oh, did I do that?
You didn't do it right.
Candidate 2.
No, you gotta click it down here.
I didn't do it, right?
C.
C is 2.
Yeah.
I don't think you'll do it.
And I'm going to, how do I enter in? Cast my vote. Yeah.
Okay.
And
Range.
Range.
All right.
All right. I'm going to do, okay, I'm going to do Q, it gets 5 points. Okay. Okay. C gets 4 points, and A gets 2 points.
Okay.
And I'm casting my
What about
vote.
B? You gave B 3 points.
No. I'm going to go to B. I want 0.
Okay.
Thank you for telling me.
Yeah.
Okay. So 5 points to Q, 2 points to 2 points to
He's got
A,
it.
2 points to A, and 4 points to C.
Okay.
And I'm casting my 0 points for B. Confirm candidate, yes. Now, what, that's it?
Yes.
Experiment is over.
Go home.
Let's see. Plurality A.
It definitely needs improvement.
What
In
can
the
it do
interface.
there?
I can see that there's confusion.
You did. Are you, can you improve it, or you need
No.
to? You're not. No, I'm serious. Did you write you wrote the program, or the program was there and you implemented it, or?
I bought it. I bought it for $1,000. I wrote this stupid thing.
Oh, so.
That's why it's so powerful. You can't tell. I have no design.
Skeleton.
You don't believe I wrote it?
I think you should have the building, the design of the building with the lung organ incorporation. Press the area of the corporate body. I like the heart of the corporate body. I like the brain.
As far as I'm aware, there's no software package for the iPad. For voting.
Okay. So check it.
All right.
Everybody's like, oh, what happened?
All right.
Who won?
Okay. Plurality.
Okay, plurality.
This is like election night.
I have 1 for A,
Correct.
1 for B,
Correct.
1 for C,
Correct.
1 for Z,
Correct.
1 for Y.
Yeah. Correct.
Okay.
Go there.
Range?
So nobody won. If we were going by
Range. Go ahead.
plurality, nobody
I'm sorry.
won.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, but I guess it's
Range. I
better
have range A should have 3, 4, 6.
Correct.
B should have 7.
B does have 7.
Okay, C should have 7.
C, yes.
Okay, Z has 3.
Correct.
Y has 7.
Yes.
Q has 5.
Yes.
Okay.
That's it. Yeah. Wow. Okay. IRV.
IRV.
Category
Because you
1.
and me voted for it.
This one's
So
number
who has number 1? What are we looking for? Who has number 1s?
Yes.
A has 1.
Mhm.
Y
Z
has 1, 1.
2 ones.
Okay.
Q has 1, 1.
Yes.
T has 1, 1.
Yes. That's
Okay.
it.
And Z has
But
2
you-
ones.
No. Z only has a 2. Has 1, 2.
Yes. And the
Okay.
carry. Yes.
Which one was that?
Z was
Oh,
the
okay,
second
okay,
choice of
okay.
one person.
So in that mode, there would be a tie, a runoff, because you have 3 ones.
Exactly. Well,
So
hold
then-
on. Well, let's just count it up first. And then we can talk about how it worked. C has. How are we going to do this?
Second category.
Oh, second. Oh, 2s. Okay. B has 1, 2.
Okay.
C has 2
Two
2s.
twos.
Yeah.
Z has 1, 2.
1, 2. Z has 1.
Z was
Z
the
has
second
1,
choice
2.
of one voter.
1. Okay. 1.
Yeah. Okay. Z has 1,
1,
2.
2.
Okay. And A had 0 2s. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I made a mistake.
So third
now.
choices.
Good for
Yeah.
you.
Third choices. B was the third choice of one person.
Yeah.
C was the third choice of 2 people.
Correct.
Okay.
That's
So
it.
in
it.
this system
Perfect.
now,
So,
being
so
that there
far.
was a tie, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you would go to the
Oh,
twos.
one more. Can we finish this one?
Oh, approval. Okay, approval. There was just one approval for Y,
Yeah.
and one approval for T.
That's it.
That was it. And I did not count his approval.
We might need it though, but we'll have to.
Oh, to test because we're testing the tallying. That's right.
Right.
Yeah, of course I should be counting it.
But it's okay. So if we decide to use the disapproval,
But
for
actually,
some
well, it should just.
analysis,
Well, actually, since they have to rate each of them, it should just be.
yeah.
All
There should
these are
just be
zeros.
all the other three. There should be 1, 2, 3. There should be 6 disapprovals for A, B, and C. Or sorry, 2 disapprovals for A, B, and C.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Right, because it's right. Obviously, it's only 2.
Obviously.
Yeah, because you
sure.
have to.
Sure
You have
it
to
is.
select all of them.
It's not obvious, damn you.
Yeah. So in this one, in this case in this IRV case,
Oh yeah, it's a matter of fact.
in this IRV case,
This would be a tie, so you'd go to
Yeah.
the twos. So this would be a tie again.
so no, so we count up. So at the first, so we'll okay. So first round of voting, Y. So we have how many candidates? We have A, B, C, Q, T, Y, and Z. After the first round of voting, let's see, on the first round, A got 1, Y got 1, Q got 1,
Right.
and T got 1.
No.
Yeah, T.
1, 2, 3.
What?
Y.
No, Y was the first choice of one person.
Right.
Q was the first choice of one person.
Oh, and then you have this one here.
Yeah.
Okay.
A. And A was the first choice of one person. So the second choices were. Wait, did I miss any? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 2, second choice.
You got B has 1.
B was the second choice of one
You
person.
got C with 2.
Okay. C was the second choice. Oops, why am I putting it there? Second choice of 2 people.
Z had 1.
Oh yeah, Z, second choice of one person.
And that's
Third.
A, B. Oh, sorry, B. You have B, right?
Yeah.
What system are we running? Instant runoff
now-
voting?
We're just counting up the IRV.
And now
third
you have
choice. B
B
was the
with
third
1.
choice of 1. C
C
was
with 2.
third choice
and that's
of
it.
2.
So who would win in this format? Fuck you, you schizophrenic. Sorry, I mean, gosh, in this.
There are too many ties. Who is the first one to be eliminated on the instant runoff voting? Who
First
didn't
one-
get any of them?
Someone got
It would be C, wouldn't it? Because they got 2 second
actually
place.
in the.
Oh no,
okay,
but they got no
No,
first
B
place
got
votes.
none, C got none
in the first round.
in the first one. Either B or C gets eliminated. Which one
No,
I
I
do
don't-
not know.
I don't think so.
We're gonna construct an algorithm for.
Instant runoff
how-
voting,
who
you gotta
would win that
eliminate
election
somebody
then?
and transfer their vote to somebody.
I think Z would get eliminated on this round because
Why?
Z
I'll
got
make
the
the
least.
algorithm where it says that
Well,
on the slide.
No, but C and B also got no first place votes. Would they?
B, C,
so,
and D.
so you go to the second round. So then let's see if we go to the second round and these candidates,
Comrades,
are on the ballot. What happens next?
comrades,
Do you have another vote at that point? You would have to.
comrades.
No?
May I talk?
You may talk.
I may talk. Listen, somebody has to be eliminated. If you
Yeah.
are dealing with several hundred or several thousand voters, there will be a clear loser
yeah.
over here is who got the fewest number one votes. And that person gets eliminated, and all of that person's votes will go to the number 2 person, and you see.
Oh, that's right. Because I'm not counting it. I'm not tabulating it correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the
what
point-
happens?
what would happen is there's 1,000 voters, and Z got 50 number one, then it's not good enough. So Z gets eliminated, and 50 votes get transferred to whoever the number 2 on those ballots. You see if that pushes anybody over the top. Then you see who has the fewest number 1 votes. You look at the number 2, and anybody who is not a Z, okay, at the number 2 gets transferred, and if not, you have to go to the number 3 vote because Z does not qualify as the number 2 anymore, etc., until somebody passes 50%.
Yeah, we're gonna have to figure out how to automate that counting process.
It may be if you can transfer it to a spreadsheet.
No,
It,
that's not.
You'll do it.
That
You'll do
sounds all
it.
crazy,
Yeah,
right?
You'll do it. Fine. Fine. You're right.
We're not there
He's
yet.
good at
We're not
spreading
there.
shit, this guy.
Okay, so the tally seems to be working.
The tally's working, so I guess we can go on to the next.
We could have done things like this on a spreadsheet.
Although,
Should we move on,
Is
or-
there? I have a question. Could there be a problem with scaling of the tally?
There could be a problem. We have to test
Like,
eventually.
maybe the tallying system wouldn't work after 100 or something.
It's possible.
Yeah. Okay. We won't know until we get hundreds of people to do it.
Right. We don't have the.
Do you have any
But then
automated
we-
way
but
of
then how can we
putting
let me ask you this.
input?
You want to go walk around and just ask people to just vote and see, just maybe we could get more people?
I want us to do our meetings and.
Well,
then if we wanna
didn't
do
you say there's another thing you wanted to work on? But
Yeah.
but I guess so. Hold on. Let's just take a note. So we.
I mean, so we could.
So,
I
like-
guess
so,
for
like,
consensus for a proposal, but I think we should move on ahead with.
Proposal. Wow, I didn't realize
Okay,
it was
so
down
tally-
to formal stuff.
I mean, you're
Test.
jumping. Like, let's do this. Let's go get bagels now.
1, 2, 3.
Why-
Assuming
I'm
anybody's
hungry.
going to be interested too in doing it immediately.
Small.
We're not. I don't think
Scale.
we're ready to do that. That's what I'm saying. We're not ready to conduct a
Exactly.
go around.
So tally.
Still
So
wrong.
tally test on small scale is
Inconclusive.
working. It's
Yeah.
conclusive. Is working, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
it's conclusive.
Seems to be working.
Tally. No, it is. Tally test on small scale is working.
It's working with a temple of 5.
That's what I said.
And
On
nothing,
small
and
scale is working. Yes.
and then,
Must you
we have
have the
not done
last word?
any crazy thing that can
All
happen.
right. So let's move ahead, please. Thank you. So
How
can
do
we
we
move ahead?
wanna move
Consensus on
ahead?
moving ahead.
How do we want to
The
move
next thing
ahead?
is the interface.
Yeah.
So I just want general
Interface.
feedback on improving. So just to remind, the last time we talked about creating, we're gonna put a prompt up here on saying what you're voting for. What are you doing? You know,
What are you doing?
what are you doing? You're select one of the stupid candidates for the president, and then instructions will be generic. Okay. So
Yeah.
now, imagine.
See, this should
imagine,
say select a candidate,
So
not
imagine,
your
so
candidate.
I imagine that we're gonna put a prompt up here, which is gonna be a block of text.
Can
Hey.
I offer you guys really good Indian food?
What?
Who's hungry? I'm not hungry.
Indian food?
Not immediately.
No, thank you.
Pardon? What one?
No, thank you. I'm just
I'm actually good too. Thanks, though.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
This is actually this is Eric, who was supposed to give our soba presentation a couple weeks ago.
Right. Well, we never found each other, but I ended up in Vision and Goals because I couldn't.
You were in Vision and Goal?
Yeah, I ended up
Yeah.
in the Vision and Goals meeting. Were you in that meeting?
Yeah.
How could you have been in both meetings?
No, I was not here. I was there.
You were there.
I'm here when they're not meeting.
Yeah. So
No,
yes,
you were
I
here
would love
afterwards.
to tell you guys about how SOBA auditing works and how it essentially allows you to have untrustworthy technology and trustworthy election outcomes, even with untrustworthy technology.
Well, that might work for our voting experiment, actually. So we are literally testing a vote tallying software right now.
Cool. Okay.
Cool.
Thanks.
See ya.
Glad that went nowhere.
What the fuck's with the Indian food?
I don't know.
I'm being nice.
So so Tim, any problems with wireless?
I have two. I have two suggestions for the interface.
There's like 7 posts about Indian.
Okay. So, how are we proceeding with this now?
Interface suggestions and criticism.
Okay.
Larger text here. I don't like gray and white.
Okay. You're talking. I'll give you a little nice paper. Come on. You deserve better.
Larger text. Da.
Possibly emphasizing one key word, maybe that can make or break of the.
This is why the text is all screwed up. How can you understand what the hell you're writing?
Good.
He's using a pen. He normally
Okay,
does
so
not.
I have two suggestions.
He's a
One
21st
is
person,
move
century
the
person.
write-in space to below the candidate list.
Well, make it an option, just like
Once I just want to hear, and then we'll see what everyone has to say. Okay.
On the second point, I think the text needs to be bigger. People are not going to, people
maybe you should
are,
write that bigger and bigger.
if people have
fonts.
to if you can't see it without your glasses on, I mean, you might have to put your glasses on because it's a small screen, obviously.
Yeah, look at
but
all the space.
Correct.
yeah, there's a fair
Spaces
amount of
would be-
space.
You okay.
So how you spell
And
your
then-
name again?
I don't care. You misspell it. ITZHAK.
ITZHAK.
AK. That's how the clerk at the Israeli Ministry of Interior spelled it when I got my
Jeremy, we are
Laissez
recording.
Passer.
Somebody might actually listen to this.
No,
Probably not.
how do you pronounce your name?
Yitzchak.
YouTube, that's all right. YouTube will censor it.
Okay.
Plurality. Focus on this. Here.
Interface.
Interface.
I'm
Plurality.
you know what the donkey vote is?
No. Plurality.
Censor.
No. What?
Plurality. Plurality interface right now at this one.
Interface
Criticism.
on all of
And
them.
then criticism.
Interface on all of them.
Can you stick to the point?
Yes. And minimize the chance for a donkey vote, and I'll explain why. When people are asked,
What does that mean? Minimize
I'll
the-
describe. If you have them A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and somebody likes C, and they're asked to rank, a significant number of people will rank C, D, E. That's how a significant number of people vote.
I'm sorry.
They call it the
Plurality.
donkey. Therefore,
If I don't hear the
Can-
word
can you-
plurality, I'm not
Next.
gonna.
and also, people tend to give stronger preference to people at the top of the list than at the bottom.
Yeah, that's going to be randomized.
Therefore,
I woke up with a headache this morning.
Yeah, sure.
listen,
But this
I
is
don't
not.
have
But this is
patience
not.
with drinking
Deal,
again.
this is not an interface, right? That's not a
It is
question of the
interface.
interface.
I didn't
No.
drink last
if
night.
the interface gives you A, B, C, D,
the ordering,
E,
that's not the interface. The interface is how it looks,
Right.
how you interact with it.
Can you do something?
Right.
or how you
color-wise,
interact, fine.
Yeah. Actually,
Do you have any issues with this criticism?
The
Did you share
fonts are too small.
actually, I would say
we got
the
that. We got that already.
like
It should be
buttons.
okay. That's my main
I
concern.
would say the buttons.
And there should be clear instructions on the screen.
That we're working on it.
That's it.
Can I amend mine? I think any button you have to touch should be bigger, because some people have like big, stubby fingertips.
And one of those
don't,
buttons,
hit two buttons.
and it should
Yeah,
be hopefully
exactly.
in a color.
I'm sorry. Anything else?
The button should not only bigger, should be colored. One of the buttons I had to push was plain vanilla, black and white.
All right,
Okay.
gotcha. Good.
Not a problem. Color buttons are easy too. Anything else?
No.
Sam, please.
Bigger fonts, obviously. I think spacing in between the buttons
Can't do it.
can't do it. Or
I mean, I
then-
can, but I'm not gonna.
Okay, but
I have to
then
reprogram
bigger
I have to
buttons.
redesign something, but that's
Also, I think a little bit more color in there, so it's more user friendly.
I'll ask what the color. Okay. Color.
You could do the Rainbow Coalition.
Anything else?
Utilize the whole screen if possible.
Sure. So the more candidates, the more.
Right, but it doesn't necessarily give it. If you give it bigger space, it'll bring it down
Yeah.
automatically.
When I start enlarging everything, it'll take up more room. Yeah.
I think write-in candidates should be like,
Oh, that
Bottom.
should be
Same
bigger.
suggestion.
yeah, either that or top, bottom. It doesn't matter. It should be on the top because people are
Well,
more.
the writing category should be on top or bottom.
I think it should be on top.
On top, yeah.
Why do you think it should be on the top?
It's psychological. People are more
Yeah.
drawn to their own thing.
I'll
It's
tell
kinda
you
like
why.
What he was saying too.
Because
No. You
No,
talk
we're not.
for me,
We're not.
fucker.
So just.
Let me say why it should be on top.
I want to hear what Sam has to say, and then we can go back if we have more input. Go ahead, Sam.
Well, again, especially if we're going to some of the experiments we were talking about doing, whether it's what's most important to you in Occupy Wall Street and things like that, if that's one of the categories we vote on, that's
On top.
first.
Okay.
Yeah,
Anything
things like
else?
that. No, that's it. Bigger fonts is my biggest issue.
I got that.
Okay.
Jason. Plurality.
Sesame Street character.
Actually, that is a good one, actually.
Sesame Street characters.
No, for a topic of the things to vote on.
Perfect. Worked out well.
Can we give them political names, however?
I'm kind of conflicted about. Well, cast my vote should be the bottom
Cast my vote should be at the bottom.
as a conclusion.
Correct.
Just like
Right.
a story says the end.
Because
It's
people,
like the end of this.
Correct.
sorry,
Absolutely.
people
right. I
read from
forgot
top
that.
to bottom, and that's why I say write-in vote candidates should be on top.
Yeah, I would have noted those things that I know that
And
I
also,
would have to
Oscar, yeah.
respond to that.
if we're gonna have writing candidate at the top, I would emphasize the or in connection to the next list.
Right.
Some, it's like
Or.
this is very horizontal.
You want to incorporate it like, so that's I did it differently. You see, it's incorporated within the button, the write-ins now. Is that much clearer?
I think
Is that clearer like
it's
that?
much more part of
Yeah, I think that's
part
much
of
clearer.
it.
So I left it. I want to see which one would get more.
Yeah,
Should it be
this one to
separate or
me
should it be
is a
incorporated?
little
Right now
bit
it's separated.
Separated excessively horizontal in my
It
opinion.
should be incorporated like this, right? Inside the button. So
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, I think it's
Where is plurality? And also,
no, Sam. I'm sorry. It's Jason.
no, one thing.
No,
you
I'm
fucker.
sorry.
When he's
We
done.
go back. Yeah. Anything else,
if you're
Jason?
gonna have a lot of space, that's like if this is a finalized, let's say this is a finalized spacing.
But everything's gonna be bigger, so it might take up more space. We don't
So
know.
if it is,
We will see the next version and we'll
Yeah.
react
Hold
to
on,
it.
let's Jason speak.
So yeah, once
Stack.
we're gonna make all the buttons. So even these are gonna be buttons. They're gonna be larger, so you can incorporate. So you can have room for the larger fonts. So everything will be
so
bigger.
as far as big buttons though, like is it gonna remain as long horizontal buttons?
Yeah, it's gonna be
Like
horizontal.
large rectangles?
It's gonna be, I'm gonna increase the buttons height and maybe not width, but maybe even everything's gonna have to increase. So I'm gonna increase the text to a larger size and then make everything
But
else.
you don't want to go too large either, because I mean, if you go 5 candidates, you figure like that, plus write in or whatever. And
I'm
then
gonna
cast
look
It
that
cannot be
up.
too large. You need enough space. It should be as large as possible and can
I'm
still
gonna
fit
look it
into
up
the
and see
space.
what the standards are for visually impaired individuals with the smallest font possible. I'm gonna look that up. I'm gonna do it.
I guess the last thing I would add is, as a question, if you have large rectangles that are buttons, is that going to be clear? I mean, obviously obviously you're using an iPad, so it's all interactive, like touching. But that's the last question I
So
have.
he said
Like,
color.
tell you
So
the
there was
button.
color within the buttons. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
when
just
it's
to make
color,
it bring
you
it
can
out more and not
yeah,
so
definitely,
drab.
Can I
definitely.
put color buttons?
Yeah, and then the question I have about the color would be, is everything going to be uniform?
Along
So
different
it's not
methods.
affecting like the color coding.
Favorability
Yeah, it's
or
like a
whatever.
color
I
coding.
like
Not too
red,
many,
but-
not too few.
Yeah, I think it should be uniform.
I mean,
Right,
I like
I think so,
the
but-
neutrality. I just don't. I'm not. For some reason, it bothers me to have white and extremely
well-
light gray. That's one thing that does
Well,
bother
that's
me.
the default design.
Yeah,
of
I'm just
Apple
saying like
products.
that's when it comes to color schemes.
But we can
That's
talk about
all I
colors.
would-
Wait. On plurality, one other thing is it should be select a candidate from the list below.
We already have the language. Cecilia's working on the language. So I'm
Can you
gonna.
put that in my goddamn notes? Select a candidate.
Although that's not technically interface.
Well, it is.
No.
And also, it should be write in your candidate or select a candidate from the list below.
No, we have text for that. I'm not. We're gonna. We already discussed that we could. Once I put in the text that we already discussed, then we can make a decision if we want to
Revise
change
it.
it or we want to keep the text that we already discussed. We already had
Yeah.
a conversation about text. There's no
That's a
Okay.
programmer's mind.
range.
Version 1.3.
Tim, range. Any criticism?
0.
I mean, I like. Well, I like the way actually. I like the way. I like the way the write-in thing is integrated here,
Okay.
as opposed to the way it was on the. And I agree with the other. Was it Jason? I guess who said cast vote should be down here. I agree, and I think the thing that Itzhak discovered with the fact that you can't like two and 3, even though they're different numbers, they look like they're the same thing.
Yeah,
Kinda
because
confuse
visually that's
Okay.
what
So
you see.
I could do a segmentation button. So for example, which one has a segmentation button? Was it cool? Yeah. So you
Make
see the
it clear.
segmentation buttons? I could do more than 2. I could have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tiny buttons.
people. Just like the
Nice
star
question.
thing on Amazon or something.
Why
Yeah,
did I need
so imagine this,
Radio button.
Yeah.
but it's not really like segmentation would be like a stack of 5 buttons, 1, 2, 3, with numbers
Just
on.
light up. Like when you,
Yeah.
When you tap, they will
Rather than
like
a slide.
This would lights
Yeah.
up, whatever.
Highlighted.
Yeah. So you want to do that buttons instead of a slider?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
That's what
I mean,
feel
because
about
I think I think the visual,
I'm
the,
okay with it.
And also, most people are
the
more
visual
comfortable
equality
with
of 2 and
buttons
3
than
is
with
going to confuse
sliders.
people.
Why do you like to speak for most people? How about I feel more comfortable?
Segmented
with
buttons.
No,
What are we looking at?
I'm ready.
Range?
I'm
Are
capable
you
of working with
schizophrenic?
I can work with sliders.
Buttons.
Okay.
If the slider are an ambiguous,
He's versatile,
He's
man.
an
versatile.
ambiguous slider is an ambiguous
around.
slider. I like sliders.
Well, then say I like sliders.
No.
Most people.
As a
Anything else?
systems
You
analyst,
walk around
I
interviewing
say
people.
most
How do you feel
people.
about sliders opposed to
Sliders or burgers?
sliders?
Slide my
I
way.
was just going to say something.
As
I
a
totally forgot
pretend
what it
How do you
was.
feel
system
about sliders
analyst,
compared to
I say
heroes?
most people.
Oh well.
Because I
Maybe
do
it'll occur
know
to me
how
as
people
terminology,
interact.
Oh, you do. Most people, you know how to.
But yeah, on
react,
the
huh?
screen, I think
Yeah.
just moving, cast my vote to the bottom.
I got that.
Yeah.
Segmented buttons.
If I'm wrong, that
Most
somebody
people suck.
disagree with me.
Some people swallow. Sorry.
We are recording
This
this.
Not enough.
Please. Oh, it sucks.
Suggestions.
Please, it's
Criticism on this only, not on the world with the problems with the world.
Most people like.
I'm sorry, can we have? Is it? Criticize this.
And it says,
Just the way it looks.
The
it says-
interface. The
just
interface.
Now
the way
I'm going to
it
have to
looks.
put on my glasses.
Oh,
and this says
That's
skull.
one
Things have to be
criticism.
bigger.
And this
right?
says skull,
First
not
critique.
scale.
We got that.
Cast my
Yeah.
vote.
I got that.
Rate each
Go
candidate on scale
But
of
just the way it
zero.
looks, nothing else, not the
To
text,
one.
not the system, just the way it looks.
please write in your candidate obviously has to be obviously bigger than it and not as faint as it is. It's much too faint even with my glasses. If you can, if necessary, you can even make it shorter if you have to fill it.
Well,
in.
there's a reason why it's faint. So
Yeah.
to allow people to because when they see it, they know they have to write in something. That's just information.
Correct.
But yeah.
Okay, fine. But okay, the A, B, C, D, and rate each candidate on a scale.
We're not
Let
talking
me
about the
spell the
text.
word scale. Of
gonna
0
ignore
to
that.
5,
Because-
the undo is okay, the range is this, we are going to change it. It looks.
You want segmented buttons too, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I prefer button will be better to this.
Most
slide.
people prefer them.
Most people. Most people.
Well,
Most
okay.
non-people.
Next. Anything else?
Most not
No, that's it.
people.
Okay.
Most corporations.
Sam,
Not
please.
most people. Most
Criticize.
people, even if they
Interface.
prefer,
Cast my vote on the
react
bottom,
better
obviously.
to buttons.
Cast vote on the bottom.
Function better.
Yeah.
I may like slides,
Skull is
but
not
they
a
function
word.
better with buttons.
Yeah. What'd you say?
Skull zero.
Rate each candidate on a skull.
Skull, is that what it says?
Rate the shape of each candidate's skull.
Wow. What?
All right. Is that it?
I think I read that 10,000 times. Anything else, douchebag? He's got the giggles. Jason, fucking asshole. Fucking giggles. Like a little girl. Right, Jason.
Besides that, a little bit bigger. That's about it.
Right.
Bigger fonts.
I wouldn't. I mean, this is petty, but I wouldn't have red numbers.
He's not communist.
No. So I guess the numbers now will disappear because it's gonna be a segmented button. So the numbers will actually be on the button. They'll be highlighted on what you
Right.
pick.
Yeah, I'm good with segmented buttons also.
So you
Good.
segmented buttons.
You agree?
Anything else? Any other? So the font is gonna be larger. The buttons are gonna be bigger.
I think
That's it. Like it says.
the only other thing I would add is cast my vote would be a face with like a tongue, and you press the tongue like a happy tongue, like a happy tongue. Cast my vote.
All right. Next.
Press the tongue.
Or you'll be scald for life.
All right. Now it's.
By the way,
IRV.
can you have graphic responses?
What do you mean? Well, so I'm gonna let Sim do
Animated.
his
IRV.
IRV.
I feel like on this one,
Cast my vote actually would be a belly button.
I feel like on this one, people are going to start clicking around up here.
Right. So maybe this can be a part of this.
I think maybe
I could-
organize this so like just move. Can you move just this portion below here and then cast my vote below that?
What if this is not here? None of this is here. And then when you press a button, something appears up here, a button. Like it appears here.
Sorry. So this, like,
So
assuming this is the top of the screen.
Right. So it's not here, right?
And with your most favorite, with your
So there'll be a separation here, like a text, a block of text, and then when you press this, a button will appear up here.
What's going to be the button?
So when you press this disappears. Instead of having a space designated already,
it appears there.
It appears there.
Oh, okay.
It's like,
all right, that makes more sense. Yeah, because I think people, if there's something pre-existing up there,
people
will start pressing
doesn't
it.
work.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And again, I guess cast my vote at the bottom, and bigger, the standard things.
Buttons should appear.
But it's not going to be a button, right? When it appears up here, because this is just confirming my first choice.
No, it's gonna look like a button, but it's not
Okay.
gonna be.
All right.
It's gonna be you selected or whatever. I mean, yeah.
Are we responding in order?
Yeah, to this screen.
Okay. The thing is,
starting with your
the B over there is too ambiguous.
I'm
It should
sorry,
say
hold on,
something.
one second. Both button on the bottom.
Okay.
ITZAK.
ITZHAK.
Yeah, whatever.
It's okay. So, like, you could do worse.
Yeah.
Okay. And the first thing that's obvious, one is too ambiguous.
It's the what? I'm sorry.
Too ambiguous.
Ambiguous. Okay.
My number
So
one is.
So if we did it like Tim and I just discussed about making this blank, and then we hit a button, and then everything appears on top. Is that what you mean?
No.
No.
If we did a button,
So what's ambiguous then?
instead of saying number one,
Right.
it would say, and I'm being extreme, my number one choice was B. It should say so in English because
Yeah.
this one is too ambiguous. You should know.
I think what you're can I try and recast what you're saying?
What?
I think what you're saying is that these are integers, but they should be ordinals, right?
Ordinal
They should be
with
first,
words even.
second, third.
Oh, choice number one. My
Yeah,
choice,
choice number one.
Choice number one, E.
I'm in 8th grade,
Choice
we did
number
it.
two, E. No, it,
1, 2, 3. These are integers.
Counting numbers.
no, I can conceptualize the numbers too.
Yeah.
But the point, it should be clear that you just made a choice and it went to the top over there, and B is the choice, that you have made it. And if it could say,
Okay, number
oh, I already am on A. I pushed something.
rank. It's okay. Is
Select your candidate, starting with the most. Okay.
ambiguous.
Also.
I don't know, fucking hard spell ambiguous, but whatever. You don't. You.
Just so you know, we're at 4:30 already, and we haven't gotten to items 2 or 3.
Okay. So should we stop and continue this next
Okay,
time?
so let me.
No, we need to
one
do
more
this.
item.
I think we should go through
If it is possible for this to be more interactive, thank you very much. Now make your next selection.
Thank you very
That
much.
will be helpful. I mean, I'm being extreme,
Thank
okay?
you very much. So you should say thank you very
Now
much.
make
Have a
your
nice
next
day.
selection. Now you make your next selection. You have made all your selections by bye. If you can have those things over there, they may be extreme and it's too much work. I chose number one, and it was B.
Right.
And it say now choose your second choice. Something shows up, and then
So prompt user.
it should be prompt, real prompt.
User for at each level. At
Yeah,
each
at each
stage.
level there should be a prompt thanking you for the previous step and asking you to take the next step.
Process.
This is optimal. I know
That's
it's work.
great.
Anything else?
Good idea.
Yeah,
done?
yeah.
Wonderful.
I know it's work.
That's instructing.
A very sexy woman's
Maybe a hand
voice.
job. Even a
Let's-
hand job. A hand will come out and give it.
It's too flat. It's not comfortable.
I know this isn't one of the things, but
Making jokes here.
starting with your most favorite sounds like 3rd grade instructions. It should say something like
I'm gonna shoot myself. I'm gonna
with
fucking
your
shoot myself.
top choice. I don't care.
Between you and I don't know what.
I was gonna say if you want to get together during the week, we could work on
The language
on
can
the
be
language.
improved.
if I wanna get together.
I'm concerned
I'd
with
like
the
to- I'd like to
programming.
get it done.
The language is
So
easy
again,
to change.
I'm gonna say what I said earlier. So I'm gonna insert the language that we agreed to use, and then we could go from there. How does that sound? Do we have consensus on
Let me say
I'm
one
sorry.
thing.
Say that again.
Nothing. I didn't say
Oh, good. I didn't hear anything.
One thing quickly.
that? Go ahead, Sam.
Changes-
Quiz.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Continue.
All of
Sam.
that.
Do what you want.
I think.
I'm going to the bathroom. I'll be back in a moment.
Please
Probably
don't.
not.
I mean, come back.
He's gone.
I mean, it's pretty much agreed that on all of them. I don't think we need to keep saying it, but cast my vote on the bottom of all
Cast
of
my
them.
vote on the bottom. Okay.
Of all of them. Do we need to say it every
should
time?
always be the last.
Right? I like the idea of when you touch it, it automatically goes to whatever.
Right. It moves.
Right.
There's some type of animation.
Otherwise, I mean, my only other qualm is with the wording, but again, I know we're not up to that yet. But that's my only.
Anything else?
Undo.
If you say wording one more
you
time,
can use
hit you in the
big.
shin.
You can fuck yeah.
Stab me.
You can use bigger fonts, obviously, on all of the screens, right?
Yes.
I think
bigger fonts, bigger buttons.
that's it. I'm done.
That's it. Okay, Jason.
And I'm
I'd
not.
like to be able to see, can I go back to where this is the beginning? So I can actually press.
Listen. Your top. Going.
Where it says, starting with your most favorite. With your most. Do you like Big Bird most or Elmo? Who's your most favorite?
No, most favoriteest.
Yeah.
I feel like this is kind of backwards. Like I know we've already talked.
So I didn't
about
study English. I wasn't an English major.
He's just good at shooting people, so I better shut up now.
I know how to use my M16. I know how to program.
This is my weapon. This is my gun.
This is my weapon. This is my cock.
So I think this is backwards, in my opinion, as far as when you press something and it goes up. Like I don't think it's obvious enough that it's been transferred.
So like we discussed,
So,
this
like,
will be blank. There'll be text on the bottom what to do, instructions for this, and then when you press this, stuff would appear on top in that order of your selection.
Okay, so I would question if it should be there, or if it should be below when you press it, that it goes down instead of up. I feel like as far as my interaction, I feel like it's actually flipped wrong in a way that's sort of counterintuitive almost. Again, I'm thinking left, right, top, bottom when you do things sequentially. In the English language, you know what I mean? That's the way I see it. So the interface I see kind of as
So when you press something, it should appear on the bottom.
as at least a way to interact with that and see what we think about it.
So, okay. Now, in your system, your idea, when I hit A, it pops.
So instead of having this predetermined space already, it's going to be nothing. And then when you press something, the button will appear up here. So, or it'll appear like a stack. It'll appear like a stack.
Will that space be empty before anything appears there?
Yeah, it'll be empty. Everything will just shift down.
Okay.
But
It'll
the
make room
candidates,
for- it won't be in. So there'll be nothing up there, but it will shift down. To
the
make room for next
candidates are going to be up here, right?
button. When you click on them.
No,
Right.
forget about.
Yeah, it's going to
anything.
be. It's
The
gonna be right
candidates
over
are going to be here. When
right
you hit it, it's going to go to your list.
Correct. Right underneath the prompt screen, the prompt menu.
Because I
The
also
instruction.
feel like this
How we call it.
is almost equivalent to this. This is almost saying, hey, I can press this, but this also tells me that this also is pressable, which is not.
Right. So that was a confusion.
Yeah.
So that will disappear, and once you press it, stuff will appear on top, and it will be animated, pretty much. So it'll be clear that this, whatever's up here, it came from your action.
Yeah, and
Right.
so again, my opinion would be, I would like to see an attempt to put this on the bottom, and see how people think about it.
What do you mean? So,
Effect compared to pressing and it going up.
so the only, everything. So then,
Hey, chef, we got a
so if we have a menu up here, then we press a button, things will appear on the bottom. And is that really?
What's for
will that
dinner?
be clear? So I'm like pressing something, and then
Hello,
something will
little
appear on the
crackers.
bottom.
What y'all got?
That's what I wonder.
could-
I just feel like this to me is a
Just got out
fairly
of jail.
strange effect.
For
So I'm going to try to put everything on the top. If that doesn't work,
Hearts on the side.
then we can put everything on the bottom.
Which one's
I'd love to be able to program both, but I just don't have a fucking time to program. So I'm going to program where everything goes on top.
right.
And then the cast my vote is going to be on the bottom.
Okay, so that's IRV.
Right.
Next,
Anything else? Hold on. Anything else?
IRV approval. I think it's one, these, oh, sorry. Go ahead, Tim.
Go ahead. They're the same order.
This one, again, I think what do you call them? Segmented buttons? What do you call them?
Segmented buttons.
Segmented.
On the bottom.
Just make it half the page. Approve, disapprove. With maybe a little A, B, C, D, or whatever candidate.
I'm sorry, 1 second.
No, actually,
Is
about
this
it.
your turn? I thought you were done.
No, this is for approval voting.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me just finish writing what you
Sure,
said.
no problem.
Button should appear on the bottom of the screen once the selections are. So, where would you want the cast vote button, for example, are made?
All of them, the
No,
cast voted.
Jason,
Oh.
where would you want? So, if everything appears on the bottom, where's the cast my vote? Is it now on
I still
top?
think I still think everything
Everything should be on the bottom.
Because
yeah.
that's the final
Right.
action.
Yeah, because then that would make sense, I guess, visually, right? Like, here's your list of things to choose from. Here's the choices you've made
no
below
longer
that,
going
and here's
back
your
to
casting
what
it.
you've done. You're
Yeah.
going to what you're going to be, the next step.
And
I
also,
would agree- I would agree
maybe
with that.
the undo button
Hold on a
is
second.
there.
I'm sorry, Sam. Sorry.
Sam.
So,
I agree with Jason.
okay. I would like it on top. So there's two. Would you want the buttons to appear on bottom or top? Let's do
The
it.
cast my vote.
In IRV.
In IRV. Sorry.
All of them, I think, it should be in the same spot.
No, once you
What?
select something, should the selection populate on the bottom?
On the
or populate
bottom.
on the
Because,
bottom?
yeah, all of them, I think, should be uniform in that all the candidates are up top. Let it look the same throughout.
Okay, so I'm gonna do it.
Right
on the
in
bottom
on top,
then.
A,
Since
B,
there's
C, or
These
whatever.
should be on the bottom, yeah.
bottom.
Right? And also,
Now, should the cast button should always be on the bottom and then
always.
the bottom
So it's
most?
expected.
The bottom mode.
Yeah.
That'll be the last thing. But I think also next to that should be undo. So, or like cancel or whatever.
I don't. There is no undo during
It's
the
right
experiment.
there.
During the experiment, there is no undo.
Yes,
There
it
should
is.
be.
Look, if you go,
During the experiment, there should be an undo.
oh, but what if you want to change your vote? If you realize, oh, you messed up.
Oh, there is an undo. No, yeah, there is. Never mind.
So then have that next to the
Yeah.
cast my vote. Again, let all the screens look alike in some way, so people are
Redo.
redo,
Well,
undo.
isn't there that option in the when you click cast my vote? Isn't there the option?
No,
brings it up, are you
no, it
sure?
just goes back to the vote, but it doesn't allow you to undo it. It's at this stage while you're casting your vote that it has an undo button. Like if I pressed A, B, you can undo and it doesn't do jack shit.
Undo isn't going to undo
no, it's in the
anything.
experiment itself. I don't think it works in the experiment itself.
I mean, but
Which is
undo is going to be unnecessary, right? Because you can just click it differently, no? Right? You don't have to click undo now, because you can.
Some of them it worked. That one, plurality,
Well,
did
it's the
not.
undo button in the experiment. That's
Okay.
interesting.
So anyway, we're at approval? No.
I'm sorry. Let me just write so plurality. There was an error there.
No undo function,
Undo function
inoperable or whatever.
not working correctly. Interesting.
Were we up to approval?
1 second. I gotta fix a bug.
Okay.
Bug. Cockroach. The teeth.
He scares the shit out of me.
All right, what are we doing now? Approval?
Okay, approval. I think, I don't know how you're going to do this one.
I don't know either.
What?
It's bigger buttons, bigger fonts.
But also have them bigger buttons.
The cast vote is gonna be on the bottom.
Cast undo
four
on
of
the
them.
bottom.
Just the
That's
uniformity.
Right.
The uniformity.
Right.
Uniformity.
That's about it. Approve, disapprove, and the wording is okay on that
the
one.
undo button should be on top or should be on the bottom of the undo buttons.
I think the undo should be right next to the cast my vote button on the bottom on all of the screens.
What
Again,
do you think? I think there's a
Make it uniform again.
What
There's
do you
no
think?
reason for
I
it
don't know.
to be otherwise.
undo button
Yeah, I think it's related to if someone
On the bottom?
decides to
Yeah.
change.
undo
Oh,
button.
what?
Undo button should be on the bottom.
The
Yeah,
undo?
also,
Yeah, I understand the question. Probably on the bottom.
Table the question.
It should be conspicuous. It should be near cast my vote. The undo and cast my vote should be in the same location, which means on the bottom.
Okay.
Okay, we're now at approval. Okay, whether it's relevant or not, it would have been best, and then nobody needs for uniformity, for these buttons to be on the right side rather than the left. The names on the left and the approve, disapprove
Right.
would be better. We have an issue of
Name
uniformity.
on the left, approve, disapprove.
Why should be better?
Name, approve, disapprove. That's better rather than approve,
No, I'm asking
disapprove.
why
Because
should
we read from
I'm
left
asking-
to
I'm
right.
asking-
No, we read from left to right.
Okay.
And the first thing you want to do is who is the person. And now I'm going to make a decision. Now, do I make a decision about whom am I making a decision? So my train of thought is, let me see the customers,
Okay.
and then I'm going to approve, disapprove, whatever. Second comment is, and I do not know if...
I'm sorry. So
Your date is here. Don't you have
we have to go back. So segmented buttons even for the other. So
should be on the right. The name on the left, I do not know if it's relevant to the other ones or not, and if the same comment is relevant to the rest, okay? But at least here I'm reacting also. On the right
Fucking cut to the chase.
Well,
please,
Yes.
thank you.
No,
Professor.
Professor, wrap it up.
yeah, even he slowed me down. In the writing, okay?
Yeah.
It is, there is only, do I have to choose a disapprove on a blank? It confuses me.
Yeah.
What am I disapproving?
You can choose. It won't.
No.
There's nothing there. It's not
There's
gonna.
nothing there. Oh,
Right.
which means
It's
if I
not
don't
gonna
write a
register.
name,
You could do anything you want. You can press a button and it won't register it.
Can you write a name and disapprove of it?
Yes.
I can write a name and disapprove.
wanna make
If you
sure
ever want to
that
know
I just want to make sure Obama.
who is
not
at the
my-
top of the news that I really don't like, boom, I don't like this one, okay?
Yeah.
Right. You can say
okay.
orange rose.
Yeah.
Disapprove.
Also, I do not know. Oh, where are we?
Press the button.
Okay. Yeah. Again, the size of the button. Obviously, oh, thank you.
Stop bouncing.
We should figure out how much space do we need for the name, but no more. And the button should be as big as possible to squeeze into this thing.
We
That's
discussed
a good
that.
idea.
I mean, obviously. I mean,
discussed
I shouldn't say. One more thing. There
Surprised
should
he
be a
didn't think
bailout feature in here, whether it's here or not.
Bail out.
Yeah, bailout. Lousy words.
Start over.
And start over.
We have that.
Get
on
out of it. I gave you. I just voted. I don't want to be part of this charade. Forget it. I didn't know what I got into. Forget it. I don't want my votes to be recorded. Bye bye. Either
Is that the comment section? Is that what you mentioned?
no,
Should we have a comment section?
which means cancel. Cancel my whole entry, not cancel just this screen.
You can
Cancel
do
my-
that. You can do that.
Either a button for me to cancel my participation.
Do you want that to count, you mean?
What?
Do you want a cancel as to be tallied?
No, a cancel not to be tallied.
Well, then anybody can get out of the fucking thing.
Okay.
How do I
so-
get out of it?
Okay.
with-
So a default. A
I mean,
default.
okay, you won.
Cancel current.
Yeah, I mean,
Tim.
cancel my
Voters.
participation. I've just gave you 1.5 selection. I don't want to be
in the
part
middle
of
of the experiment. You decide that you want to do anything you want to do.
Or maybe
Cancel
I can even cancel
Here.
when I gave you wrong
Your
answer,
membership
then I
to
didn't
politics or
understand.
electoral
It's
Just
gonna
cancel.
ruin
Yes.
Otherwise, you're going to ruin everything if somebody decides.
Do not return.
And then we have to finish the votes for them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Until 2015.
Good one. I like it.
I agree with
You make
the.
content.
Is that all? Anything else?
That's all.
I agree with the that the button should be on the right side and that the name should be on the left side.
Buttons. Okay.
It also just occurred to me that, I mean, we're thinking about this vertically, right? We could also be thinking about it horizontally.
Yeah.
I don't know if that would change anything.
Well, I could eliminate it
'cause,
so that doesn't.
right? I mean, we might be able to have bigger buttons or something
Yeah.
if we do it horizontally rather than vertically.
Yeah.
There's Tim
Right.
thinking outside the box. Good
Yeah,
job.
actually, inside the box,
Inside.
literally.
And I could also have it where it only works where
It
landscape
only works one way or the other.
so it doesn't do this.
I mean, this way, if like a candidate with a really long name, say, there might not be enough room for bigger buttons, right?
Well, we're not even going to use this one if we can. We're going to use this for.
We need more
Yeah,
text.
or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But if it's a long statement,
Right.
the
If we
button
don't
will
need
have to
all
get
the
fit in
space
button.
for the text, it will be to have it landscape. If we need all the text, we may have to do it portrait.
Next. You want?
So how do people feel about just having it on landscape instead of portrait? Everything.
I like it
Landscape
straight
is
up.
better if you, unless you need all the.
So
I don't-
or should we let it do this, whatever it's doing right now?
If
Let
you
it
have
do it, why not?
Now, if you
Because
There's no
people
issue
obviously
program.
feel differently.
here is
about
the
it, right?
situation.
I don't
well,
know.
I don't
train-
think I don't want to waste time
the-
discussing
the-
this.
the
But
train-
let me ask you this: if you made the buttons bigger,
So
right?
is that all, Tim? That was all.
Yeah.
Jason.
Just-
You already had. We'll
if
go
you
back
ma-
to you.
if you
Can we
made-
go back to you? Then let's Jason finish.
if
and
you
then
made the button
we'll
bigger
go
and you
back.
turned it sideways, is it going to still be in the screen?
Jason. Sorry, Sam. I want to finish this. And then, any criticism?
Well, I just have maybe an overall idea would be like, to me, it's interesting for comment feedback section as to if that would actually help improve
You want to make comment?
what people think of, as far as getting feedback when you're getting people to interact with this. Do they want to say anything about this interface that they've just finished?
So you're asking, should this prompt people? What do you think about the experiment?
Yeah, some kind of feedback area instead of we just that's if it, the
Well, we
group
would
think
be
that
there.
that has any value.
Do we want to? Because that could be very time consuming. I mean,
Well, you can
you're
limit.
voting.
You can limit the
You're
character
voting,
limit.
and then
you can have a character limit.
Break the experiment down.
You could have a.
Rate the experiment under 4 different models, please.
Okay.
You do it all over again.
It's a good
you know what I
idea. The point is, obviously, do we
I'm
want?
sorry. I'm very.
I'm just saying if that's
He was
desirable,
talking.
I'm not even
So
voting
anything
for or
else?
against that. I'm
What
just
about
bringing
the?
that up.
That's another.
Other than
that'll
that,
be another.
just,
That'll be
the only thing maybe
every-
just Google Ads, and that would be it.
Google Ads. But that would require us to expand the application.
No, I'm totally against Google Ads. That's just a joke. I don't have any. I don't want any. That's my. I don't want any.
I'm ignoring it. Okay, so you sent me what further comments, and then we'll go.
just
to
one
you.
thing.
Oh, you still
if
going.
if
You
we
gotta-
if you okay, like this way, right?
Or-
If you had bigger buttons or
We
whatever,
agreed
right?
to bigger buttons. Yeah.
No, but if you turned it this way, is it gonna go off screen or is it gonna compensate for the wider?
The button. No, the buttons will remain because the font will be fixed. I mean, I could program so font could change, but the font will be fixed. So
That's
that
my
therefore
only,
the buttons will be. the
I
same.
think we should just leave it whichever way they have the screen. Let it be, or I mean, if you're programming it for this and you're using that as to template the space, then program it so it stays that way. Either or, I don't care, but just do it one way or the other.
You do it one way or the other. You don't want the portrait and landscape.
No, just
No.
do it like that. If that's how it is, if that's just the room you're working with, that's
All right,
the
so-
size
so
you're.
Tim says portrait and landscape should be.
Whatever. I don't care either
You don't
way,
care.
but I'm just saying
So we'll do it
if
both.
you do it
Yeah, I would say
font.
that or someone wants to hold it. Some people might want to hold it. It depends
Well,
on-
well, my only thing is, if you do the fonts to fit this screen and you turn it sideways, then the entire screen, and the entire page
Will
is not
change,
being
so then-
shown on the screen.
No, they'll try everything that's necessary will be visible. The only thing that will probably be off the page is the list of candidates as well. But it's not like a button will be off the screen now.
I don't want to spend time
the
discussing
button.
this. Just write whatever. I want to get it done, and
Write whatever.
we can.
Right, whatever.
The only reason why I suggested landscape, landscape was just because you might be able to fit bigger buttons vertically.
No,
Whatever.
it's all-
Either way, I
No,
think
it's
just
all-
leave it one way.
Obviously, in the best of all worlds, we would have plenty of real estate.
Can
And
you get to the point?
I got to the point.
So yeah, he's making.
The point is we have to have a trade-off
Right.
between readable text,
And space.
and long line. I believe the only advantage of landscape is this line being longer.
For like non-candidates. items.
And I think this is not much of an argument for having it landscape. Portrait provides us with
Enough.
good length lines, and as much space for text as we needed.
I would add something.
So the only thing with writing, I mean, this list.
I mean, we're not going to have too many George Stephanopoulos.
It was gone off. You stopped George,
No, but I was
and
thinking about
George
it
disappeared,
because of the
and you
size
put
of
the
the buttons,
Stephanopoulos.
Right.
Which is going to be
Or
independent
if we
of the size
vote
of the,
like on issues as opposed to candidates.
That's just questions.
Right.
Yeah.
But,
I think
But that
portrait
will
is
just-
the best.
right.
What were you going to say?
Then,
I'm thinking now.
Or
Portrait.
didn't you
Go
say you wanted to
portrait.
add something, Jason?
Well, when you put in a list of items, it's going to be. So right now it's set up only so it can be on one line. So if it goes beyond on one line, it would have to go into a block of text, and it just changes the dynamic of
Exactly.
how everything people
Okay.
interact with it. So
The
even
question
sentences,
is,
will
I would-
still have to be short.
I would rather make the font smaller on that one line, unfortunately, than compromise the instruction on the rest of the page.
I don't
You're
know
talking,
what
we'd have to scroll.
He's saying
If,
instead of screwing up
if the candidate's
page, just
name
make
is
that-
too long, you would have to scroll to a second line, yeah?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that wouldn't allow it. Though.
Yeah, no. I think I would rather make the font smaller in that case than scroll, and I'm willing to have the disadvantages of portrait and still have it though.
The font automatically scales if, for example, we use more space than
Yeah.
it's allocated. The font will scale down.
Yeah, the question.
Well, I mean, one thing I would add too is that if there's something you want to read that's larger, I mean, you can add a magnify, click here and magnify. Like there's like a terms of service or something, or
But-
you probably encountered that where you're reading something and you want to read more, or you want to continue reading. You can have another layer pop up that can take up the space and you can get rid of that.
How many characters?
I think also we have to keep it in mind. We want to keep this as simple as possible,
Right. I think that's
and also make
Yeah,
it
that's
as
fine,
user
obviously.
friendly or easy
Right.
as possible. And those two criteria, I think, is
and the more options we have,
the more confusing it gets. The more they have to scroll or anything. If we can keep it on one
the
screen,
more likely they're gonna fucking throw it on the ground.
Yeah, I'm just talking if it's absolutely
take my
necessary.
well, we
to
hope
have
we
a lot
don't
of
run into
text.
more voters like you.
Yeah. If it's necessary to have a lot of text, then we could create
That's
a.
all I'm talking about.
So we
I'm not
we,
saying-
we could always incorporate another. For example, we could click on the text and then it'll go to another menu. And it'll show you bigger text.
If
That's
it's absolutely
really
necessary.
If it's absolutely necessary. Can we move on?
That's it.
How do I get to?
okay. That's it. That concludes.
That's all about.
That's it.
Yay.
How do you get back to?
What do you want to do?
Wait, so I have a question before we move on to the next item. So what's the next step with this?
The next step is I'm gonna take all this input. I'm gonna incorporate it, update it. I need Cecilia to send us the text, and then I'm gonna incorporate the text in there. And then once that's done, we're gonna see how it works, the interface.
Okay.
And then one final is to conduct a large tally.
Yeah.
We have a lot of candidates and see how it works on a large scale. Or we could just go out there and just test it.
Is there
And if
any way
it fails,
to,
we just ignore it at that.
is there any way to feed in
Where am I?
a spreadsheet data
Which one is it
into
on?
here? To read it? Is there any way to feed in 500 voters with a spread from a spreadsheet and their input?
Yeah, no, I could do an automated test.
Because I can create you
But
500
I don't really
voters.
care about automated tests.
What?
Automated tests are good for. I could do an
I'm
automated
talking
test.
about testing, not
Right.
for.
How
Not
do you get
for
back to the main screen?
You're in the experiment. So just finish up the experiment. So yeah, I could do an automated test.
yeah,
Sure.
yeah, you can do it. You can create a spreadsheet like I can
But
create a spreadsheet.
but I also want to know how people interact with it. So, problem with automated tests is that since I know what to expect, and I know how the program will behave, the test itself is flawed.
Then
So
I'll
the best
give you.
test is to actually do people to actually conduct. An automated test I can. It's hard for me. For example, what if Tim presses two buttons at the same time? will that count?
That's for the
tallies?
interface. The interface.
Yeah, so the automated tests are good for some things, but in the end,
No, I'm talking about the
real world
calculation. I'm talking about the
experimentation.
calculation. An automated test when you feed in for the calculation purposes. To test the calculation on 500 voters.
No, okay, so it can handle large numbers. That's not an issue.
It can.
It's scalable as far as large numbers.
Which means if it worked for 6, it will work for
Yeah, because
600.
it's not. I'm not using primitive data type. I'm using advanced data. Yeah, so it'll handle 5 billion without crashing.
Although I thought you said it had to be tested at.
No, test it as much as how much data it'll fit in there.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's scaled in that sense.
What am I doing wrong here that it won't allow me to cast my vote? I just have to be disapproved.
Voter action required.
Oh, just put something in there.
No, I tried that.
What'd you do? Broke it?
I didn't do it.
Voter has broken system. Please redo.
System malfunction.
Redo, undo. Undo,
Paper
redo.
ballot required. Please.
Please, please. This keeps repeating. Please, please. Battery shuts it down. Please return me to my store.
Voter discredited. Marginalized.
Fingerprints sent to NYPD. Thank you.
Take ballot
Do we
printout and walk to shredder.
Anything else?
So,
Is there something else?
I think it looks really good. Good work.
Needs improvement.
Well, that's pretty good for a first fucking draft.
Oh, color code. Colors. Do you want to talk about colors, or should we move on to the next item?
I don't know anything about colors.
Next, forget about it.
red, white, and black.
Not too many, not too few.
I'll choose a color scheme, a simple one.
But and maybe I was just
One
reading.
thing
I was
about
just reading
color.
about this. Like, be careful.
One
Don't use
thing
red
about
and green.
color.
This is
Well,
bad for
do we
the
wanna use red,
color.
white,
The
and
color
green?
impaired.
I've set up colors where I print it out and it's messed with my vision.
Oh yeah.
Maybe we could do
Oh yeah,
red,
yeah.
red, white, or blue.
Like
Do we
white on
want
black.
to use red,
Does
white,
that
and
for
blue?
me?
Are you guys meeting?
Yes, we
No, we're just hanging out having coffee. You could join us.
Are you the mutual aid meeting?
Yeah, yes we are.
No,
Oh, we're in
Politics,
politics.
electoral
Politics,
reform.
electoral.
She's making politics,
And electoral?
electoral.
Mutual aid is.
Mutual aid.
Mutual aid is. Do you guys analyze Kropotkin's book, or how's mutual aid?
It's working on May Day.
On May Day.
Yeah, making mutual aid.
Do you need any
stations.
pamphlets or anything? You have pamphlets?
About the declaration.
How are you
Yeah.
defining mutual aid?
It's here if you want, whatever.
This is my first meeting today.
How
but,
do you know how they're
Say whatever you need.
They're,
I got one.
they're working on doing things like.
So we're done?
Just like.
We
for
want
the
to
day.
table the other stuff for next week.
Unless anyone really wants to talk
Can you
about one
please
of those.
read it and what it is?
You know, medical.
Well, it's already 5 o'clock.
I'm gonna still hold on to it. So
Yeah.
It's already 5 o'clock.
I'm gonna carry around with it.
What was supposed
I
to
know
also
maybe
be on this meeting?
I'd like to get to the website design, but I'm confident that you're not going to have time to work on that this week if you're going to be dedicated to. Would you like
Where is it
to? Would
again?
you like to meet and
Huh?
work?
Where is it again?
Oh, it's you see these buttons?
Ah, okay.
Would you like to meet and work on the text? I mean, it's up to
Making
you.
like skill shares.
Have a beer?
You know, just,
Yeah, sure. But can we
Yeah,
can we
I read- I know, I
can we
read
contact
about
Cecilia and get the
I've
text to
never-
show what he worked
You want to
on?
meet with her? We'll get together.
Yeah, all three of us.
Sure.
Yeah, fine. On a
Violent
Sunday.
way?
On a non-Sunday, right? Work
In
on
a
the text.
nonviolent communication
Yeah.
method.
If I don't have to
I don't
meet-
trust you.
No,
All right. So
just
how's Wednesday look for you? Thursday.
Wednesday's no good. Wednesday we have an action, and I'm working Wednesday.
Oh, okay. What about Thursday?
Thursday I typically work
so
Thursday.
now, so
Let's
I'm just sort of looking for the group.
How about Tuesday morning around 7 o'clock?
sure.
Okay, good. You should be coming home right about that time.
I'm off
7 in the morning.
Tuesdays. I'm usually off Tuesdays.
I'm not. Tuesday's a bad day for me.
You know, like Tuesdays.
No, I work late.
Well, Well, it's, context. So,
All right, I'll talk to her and we'll go from there.
what about the website? So you want? Is there an agenda on it for the website?
Well, I'd like to know where we are and where we're going, but
So we have a website.
We're already at 5 o'clock. Where do we want?
So do you guys want to continue the discussion, or you want to end this with the announcements?
Announcements,
I'm
please
willing
go
to
ahead.
continue.
You want to continue?
Yeah, I mean, this is just a quick. People can check this out on their own. Wednesday, we're all cordially invited to a private lunch with Mitt Romney at the Waldorf
nice.
Astoria, starting at noon.
Action.
This is an actual invitation from. It even has their email and phone number. Romney for president. Romney for president incorporated, et cetera.
What time,
So
Wednesday?
at noon on Wednesday. It was just at the GA last night, and everyone was excited about it, about dressing up, and I don't know exactly what people are going to dress up as, but there is a NASCAR tuxedo that's planned to try to
Corporate tuxedo.
interact with Romney, saying, you forgot your suit. Here's your suit.
Nice.
My taxi is in the cleaner.
And then someone had ordered around 200. I mean, who knows how many people are going to be there, but there was an order for about 200 signs to have a uniform message of Mr. 1%. So it'll have people will have these placards of Mr. 1% to show. And that's basically all I know for now.
That's on Wednesday.
Yeah,
You guys
Wednesday at
want
12.
to dedicate some time next week for the viral campaign?
Is there anybody
Hey,
from
let
the
me ask
viral
you this,
campaign?
Stefan. You want to meet next Sunday before the meeting and for the text and things like that?
No, I think we should meet whenever we want.
No, I'm saying me, you, and Cecilia.
Oh, I see. Whatever. I mean,
All right, I'll arrange it. We'll go from there. I have to pee. Hello.
It's actually open.
Okay, one more.
Where did you
so
go
you guys want
pee?
to discuss the
Where did you go to
website?
the bathroom?
The best place for a bathroom at the corner, revolving door, staircase on the left. You go downstairs. You go to the corner. You see a
we're done?
revolving door.
Or do you wanna
Look to
continue
your
the
left.
discussion?
Walk down the
Tim,
staircase.
how do you feel?
About what?
Let's take a vote.
I
Do we
also
want
have to pee.
What's that?
I also have to pee.
I do too, in a worse way.
I don't know how to get out of here.
Oh,
Going up. Home.
do you guys want to adjourn till next week?
Yeah.
One of the things I was thinking of, like how do you guys
Yeah,
feel
everyone-
about
yeah.
how do you guys feel about maybe meeting during the week again? Being that we have stuff that we're working on.
Oh, is meeting done? Can I stop recording?
And number two is, when we first started politics and electoral reform, we used to meet in the park a couple of times during the week to try to get people, grow the. Should we consider starting that up again?
Do that.
I mean, I'm available a couple of days during the week. I can meet and.
I'll do my best. Right now, I'm
Well, the
really
other-
busy with the Screen Printers Guild,
Okay.
and I think
If people are
well, I'll try to.
available at the middle of the day, every day.
Yeah, from 12 to 2, right?
Do a little
Cool.
teaching.
Lunch. No, it's lunch. Lunch is there
Yeah.
every day now.
Oh, really?
March.
Okay.
That could be.
I
there's
find it
independence
more
on the other one.
convenient to have a longer meeting once than two meetings.
Do you guys feel comfortable meeting at 2 o'clock maybe in the day, and then we could go to
Sundays.
5? Yeah.
Because
I
another
think
meeting
we
would-
have
would they-
issues now that we're working on, that we're starting to make progress, and it's good to see that. And I hate to, huh?
So, like, so if the meetings are too long, then it doesn't become productive, I guess.
I agree.
But right now, but the question is right now whether to meet up again this week, work on this.
To work on this,
Yeah.
is that the way? Yeah, I think we should.
Yeah, I could do that as well.
Want to do
Depending on the
Thursday
day.
again, like we used to, or Thursday's bad for you? Wednesday is the only day that I have. Wednesday and Tuesday are bad for me. Other days, I'm fine.
I gotta look for the schedule, for my work schedule.
Well, I'm going to be here on Thursday at 1 to 2 p.m. anyway. So,
Well, I don't get out of work till about 5.
okay.
So, I mean, I could be here by 6, 6:30, whatever. You guys want to meet
My
Thursday?
schedule is
about Wednesday, and
Trying to
corporate
get jobs,
personhood,
trying to
which
set
is a
up
subgroup of this.
I don't believe in subgroups.
Nor do I.
What?
But I'm committed to it and to another group on Wednesday. But the point is, as long as there is a subgroup over here, and some of us, at least two of you show up there, okay?
There's a subgroup meeting on
What?
Wednesday.
Oh yeah, Wednesday at 7.
Yeah.
So
Get money at
if we meet at 6 and then we have to go to that at 7, then it doesn't leave us much time for you. And I usually have another group that meets at 6, but that just means you can. That you've survived without me, and you will survive without me. But if you're going to meet more, my preference is for longer on Sunday, preferably.
Can we meet Thursday evening, 8 o'clock?
Thursday?
That's not gonna work. Actually, doesn't work.
Well, this closes at
Yeah, we have to go somewhere.
It closes at 10.
9:30.
It really closes at 10.
yeah, by 9:30 they start kicking you out. And I'm okay. I mean, it's not like we need to have a 4-hour meeting, but
No.
the point
Discuss
is
the
that's
progress.
kind of late. And
So
that's,
it should be specific. We should discuss the progress of something.
But didn't didn't we already agree on all the language for all the prompts already? I mean, we already.
but now
on
we
that
start
2
to
weeks
need
ago.
to start working on actual topics for vote.
Oh yeah.
And
We worked on that a little bit last week. Where did I write that down? Oh, I don't have it in my other bag.
May I make an observation? This project is a very task-oriented project, which is very preparing this is work and not a meeting. We were a work,
so then you want to get together with Cecilia during the week and we'll see where we get.
and it takes up a lot of the time that we would have for meeting type.
I mean, you might not even have to meet if it's just like, hey, Cecilia, what's the text that you got?
Right.
Send it to me. But there, you don't even have to meet up for that, right?
But I'd like to. Well, whatever.
Hey,
You know,
is it-
let's just meet next Sunday at, let's say
3 o'clock.
3 o'clock.
What?
Is that fine? 3 o'clock. Good one. Sunday 3.
But how difficult is it to change that text?
Not at all. It's just-
Okay.
So I change in one location, then it propagates to all the other. I put markers,
Okay.
so I don't have to go to every
But
throughout
can
the whole
you?
fucking code.
But to change like a prompt, can that be done from the administrator's menu, or do you have to
It
go
will
with
be.
the?
It will be.
Okay.
It must be done. 'Cause that will change.
Yeah. And is there a possibility to run multiples at the same time, multiple candidate lists simultaneously, or does that even make sense? Do we even want that functionality? I don't even know.
No, right now it's one candidate list. That's it. So
What's your schedule like to meet in the park 6, 7 o'clock to try to spread the word?
for outreach.
Yeah. I mean,
This
we
week?
don't have to do it every day. We could do
Can I
it
put
like
this away?
twice a
Anybody
week.
else want to play with the software tab?
Don't give it to him. Bang on
That's
it.
fine.
Well, the other thing is, when would you want that more ready for
That would be
use the
nice.
park?
Shall I be a bit honest?
That'll be fun
Then
too,
it
right?
becomes
This kind of
much
stuff.
more inviting.
So
I'll-
should we
I'll
hold
work-
off? Should we hold off till we get a viable
Yeah.
experiment, and then we could go down to the park?
I'll also work on text for to give to people, kind of.
And I was
building a booth.
and I was thinking we could have a.
Yeah,
maybe-
yeah.
curtain.
So you,
Sorry?
why don't you
If it-
spearhead?
we could find a way to attach
Why don't you
this
spearhead that?
to
After
something.
he's
do
a
you mean?
public servant. He'll help you.
I don't know. Instead of giving people like that, we could
Public
attach it.
servant,
Well, we should
cop,
probably get
and
one of those
carpenter,
covers
all in
for it,
one.
first of all,
Hey,
right?
I'm gonna
I
help
can
you.
shoot you if I don't like your
I don't know how much
ideas.
those are. They're probably like anyone have an iPad? How much are those covers? Anyone know how much those things are?
No.
We should get something. Right?
Yeah, because that's someone could just if you just give that to someone, like they could just run away, right? And it's
Yeah.
gone now.
Yeah.
Maybe get like.
So maybe we should
handcuffs.
attach
Yeah,
it.
we have a-
We should attach a chain to Stefan.
We could put
Chain
it
it to a tree.
to make
In
it.
the
I
booth.
don't know. We could use Velcro. We could like put strips of Velcro on the back, and
Aren't-
then the other part of Velcro attach it to.
Aren't there those?
Sew it down to something, or nail it down to
A
something.
tree?
No, like something.
Are we talking about the park?
Make it
Nail the iPad to a tree.
Make it harder for people to just
Oh,
Yeah.
run away with it.
They do need to have
there is
something
no
that's a hole in there.
facility for
Clip
attaching it to a
inside
chain.
the corner.
But
There's no capacity.
we could get like industrial Velcro. And then
It's such a
Velcro it to
pretty
something,
little
and then the other
thing.
Velcro, we
What
can
are
nail
you
it down
gonna
to
do to
something.
it?
Isn't there?
So
I mean,
the
aren't
question is,
aren't
what
there
is
those
nailed
like
down
kind of like computer lock things? I mean,
A
I've
chain,
seen,
yeah.
right? That
Right,
people
so
can-
well, there you go. We could make a piece of plywood, get a lock, a
You can
cable.
get like a mini cable.
they must exist already.
And do
They
what
do,
with
but-
it?
but-
What are
Yeah,
you going to attach it to?
They do, but this doesn't have like a place to attach it. So I'm saying we could attach it to a piece of plywood. We could paint it or something, make it nice, right?
And then do what with this?
And then
What
we
are
could put Velcro.
What do you think? People are not going to pick that up and run away
No,
with
but
it?
to Velcro or something like this is a fucking
And what are we going to attach that to? I'm saying.
a cable. It could be attached to us or something heavy. It doesn't matter. We could even so we might have a table, right? For example, somewhere set up a table. We could attach that to a table. Very unlikely someone's going to drag with the fucking table. And if they do, it's going to slow them down. Then we have time to.
I
Grab
don't.
by
I
the
don't
neck.
think that's our concern right now.
I think it should be. I think we're going to go in Times Square. We're going to be like, hey, go vote.
But it's not like you're going to say, "Here, vote. I'll be right back." I mean, you're right there.
No, but
It only takes 1 second
I
of
assume
not,
you have
not
your
looking at
software
someone for them to
well
run away with
backed
whatever
up.
your object is.
Hey, you
Yeah,
do
I mean, if you
your
really wanted to,
development on
yeah,
this
you
or
live
on,
there, you
on the
just have it at
computer?
your own risk.
Yeah.
The
I think that
development
makes-
you do on the
those must
computer, not on
exist.
this.
Yeah.
That's got to exist.
Your
already.
software development.
yeah, I don't program this.
I mean, there's probably you could probably get one of those covers for it, and there's probably some way of attaching a clip, like a whatever.
Yeah, like you can actually just hold that as someone is retracting it.
Either, and
Yeah,
there's
you
nothing
can- yeah,
here
you can
to
put it
anchor it
attached
to
your
it.
arm or something, right?
Something.
Yeah.
And that's the
Not
like a
the tape.
Velcro wrist strap for that.
Makes sense. Well, I'll look into it.
Are you gonna look into
whatever.
it?
I'll look at
It's going to look into it. he says.
But it has to be hard to like take away.
Yeah. Sweet.
Oh, by the way, I'd like to read
meeting's
this, but
adjourned.
yeah, no.
Ah,
A meeting adjourned or not. I'd like to discuss this if we find it interesting and worthwhile discussing.